Wait, so you were telling me about a herbal cleanse, but you never exactly explained it.
Herbal cleanse. It's herbal cleanse.
Herbal.
What are you British?
Herbal.
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 It's herbal.
Yeah, no, it's like actually pretty.
Is that like a
intense.
weed cleanse? You smoke weed the whole time?
No. So I was supposed to not do any of that, but I've been kind of drinking during, and like I accidentally took a weed mint, a couple days ago.
That'll happen.
Like accidentally. It was mixed in with the other ones.
I tripped, and I tripped with my mouth open. I fell, and it fell down into my
hate when
mouth.
that happens.
Yeah, it's a big accident.
So you couldn't eat
Oh,
for
yeah.
5 days?
By the way, we
No,
got
I-
Axe Philly here. You're just like going.
I don't even know if we're recording.
Yeah, I didn't think
Oh, we started?
Yeah. You're going into it. I'm like, yo, he's probably hit record by now.
I wasn't sure.
We are back.
Yeah, the boys are back. I'm trying to scroll back to think when the last time you guys were on that.
It was a long time ago.
Episode 28. I think we're on episode
we at?
71 or 72
71.
right now.
Damn.
72.
Yeah, we're trying to do
Jeez.
100 in this year.
Sweet. You guys got some
I don't know.
miles.
I don't know if we're on track or not, but we're pretty close.
We are. We're going to hit 100.
We're gonna hit 100.
Yeah.
We're gonna hit 100. All right, sweet.
Wow, so you do multiple a week of this at this
Yeah, we'll try to. No matter what,
point?
except for some weeks we don't get the 2 in. Like some weeks. Most weeks we still get it in no matter
Do
what.
you ever do it just you two? Like just recording? Or
That's
is it,
like usually one of those 2 episodes a week is mainly just like me, John, and Gilmar, or or Tyler, who we added, and or me if John like has
just like shooting the shit, or do you
obligation.
have a specific?
Oh, no, it's a complete
target?
shit show.
We'll try. Occasionally we show up like semi unprepared, but we try and show
guys
up
are
with
bored.
some sort of like range of things to go to, so there's no like dead space. But then usually like once everybody gets like done with like what happened to them or like what's going on, usually what happened to me, because it's like my therapy moment, I fucking blow up in the first 15 minutes and then it just turns into a shit show.
Right.
You had some moments this week.
Thursday thick turn gets wild, because then like I'll say something off the wall, and then John will say something, Tyler like, and then it just goes around in a circle of just like and then like we'll just be laughing hysterically, and then you're like, oh my god, we've been recording for
Dope. Those
too
are the
long.
best podcasts though, I'm sure. So it's just like kind of just let loose, relax, and whatever happens. Let Jesus take the wheel.
Yeah, we call that one the Thursday thick.
I really hate that name. I hate that so much.
Dude, it's supposed to come out on Thursdays, but it like sometimes doesn't.
How do you spell it?
Dude, 2 C's.
Yeah,
Two
no
C's.
K, right? Obviously.
No, there's fucking no K,
Yeah,
dude.
thank God.
We gotta get it trending. Obviously, there's only 2 C's in thick now. Yeah, if you want to be successful, you gotta change the game.
Yeah, right. Yep.
Yeah, so that's
that.
just us, just kind of just going through. Like, there's so much stuff going on all the time that if you pick a couple of things and try and stick to.
So you guys do like
That.
current events and shit?
I wouldn't really. When I think of current events, I think of the news.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely not that.
Nice.
We'll talk about some politics. We'll get into some things, but it's usually never really.
That goes down a dark rabbit hole quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our faith in the whole system is pretty bad. So
Oh, dude. I'm right
We usually try and steer out of the whole
we went,
politics.
yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Last year was worse.
What politically?
And on our podcast,
Yeah.
we went deep.
Oh yeah, we had
It's good to see you aren't canceled yet. We scheduled this a couple weeks out. I'm like, I don't know if they're still going to be here.
That's facts, dude. I can't even get offended to that.
Yeah, no.
It's,
That's a good thing, dude. If you're not at risk of being canceled, then you're playing it too safe.
Yeah, I forgot what the quote exactly was I heard a couple days ago. It was surrounding like the Jake Paul thing and why he makes so much money. And it's because it's way easy to captivate a hateful audience than it is like a loving audience. So if you want to get loved by everybody, you got to like really, really work for it. But if you want a huge audience real quick to spend a bunch of money, get everybody to do something very hateful. So he's really good at getting everybody to hate him.
Yeah.
And then another thing that was like surrounding that whole conversation that they were like talking about, it's like your audience either like no matter what, the quicker you get someone to either hate you or love you, they're still people love to watch people they hate.
True.
So it
'cause you're
doesn't
hoping for
matter.
them to fall,
So the
right?
sooner you can give that whole just emotion and all of that thing up, and
Yeah.
just like kind of just throw yourself out there to an audience, you make money either way.
Attention is attention,
I'm like,
I guess.
That's a ridiculous notion. And then I started going through all the people that are exactly that, and I was like,
Well, think about that.
God,
Right? There's a lot of people hate. What if what if Hitler had an Instagram these days? You think he would have a lot of followers?
Should have a lot
I mean,
of
he's
followers,
hated.
for sure.
would Hitler bang on Instagram?
I don't know. He'd be sticked only to Twitter.
Did we talk about Hitler on the
definitely
last
have an
episode?
No, we
Is
did
this
not.
Back to back Hitler.
I don't think
episodes?
so.
I hope not.
He's hated.
We'll
You
get
ever seen his,
demonetized in the
speeches?
first section. Dude, Hitler's on the blacklist.
Still.
You got to say Eitler.
Either.
That's how you save yourself.
The algorithm doesn't pick up on that.
Right. So you guys know how to like game the YouTube system now?
No, absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely
Do you? No.
It's fun to act
Dude,
like
it's
you
like
do
a
that.
minefield now. There's so many rules and different things you can and can't say.
I'm pretty sure Hitler probably wasn't one of them. But
Yeah, I routinely get my Instagram like blocked down, like shut down by Instagram.
Really?
Well, they just stop the
They
viewership.
just stop everything.
Like they
Really?
stop sharing
Yeah.
the stories.
It literally just goes all the way down.
Do you get warnings before they do that?
I've gotten 2 warnings ever.
What were the
Not
warnings?
not like warnings before they did that. It was just
Yeah.
me being like, "What the fuck? I can't post anything." And then it just like a couple days later in my email or something, I'll be like, "What's this alert? Like, what's this shit?" Oh, okay. I got 72-hour ban. I'm almost. Oh, I only got 6 hours left. It's like it doesn't even matter by then.
Yeah.
So, it's weird. People must just. I don't know.
What is it? What is it? Is it like a fake news?
I
It
keep
doesn't-
reporting them. I was like, you know what? Can't talk about that.
Someone's got to do it.
That'd be funny as shit. You passive aggressive.
It's just you fucking just reporting. He was going off on how 420 and somebody else shared a birthday the other day for hours. I felt like it was at least 30 stories deep.
Oh, what mine?
Yeah.
Oh, what
that
about
was funny.
the Instagram.
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Oh yeah, you said
Dude,
Eitler.
it turns out to be Bob Marley's birthday too.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, so I was good.
420.
I was making shit up
Nice.
then, but it turns out it was actually his birthday. Yeah,
Huh.
so Hitler's birthday was on 420.
Really?
So I was like, what the fuck's this?
Why
Like-
is 420 like a weed thing?
no, but that's what
I
I,
don't
said.
know.
That's what I said. I was like, did you guys like do you like
Do you want to do the
the most
research?
fucked up dude of all time that we like can remember besides like other? I'm sure there's some other fucked up guys. Genghis Khan. I don't know when his birthday is.
I was going to say that.
Try not
Mongol.
to make it on his birthday either.
Can't be too mad at Genghis though, because we're all related to him.
Yeah,
So-
but
Yeah.
like I kind of feel like it's an inside Nazi conspiracy that they're like, oh, what's honey? Nobody will see it coming.
Sneaky as hell.
I gotta stop doing the German. I lose it every time.
Oh, shit. We're fucked.
No, but like,
You guys aren't making it past this episode.
Yeah, can you do
Yeah,
a
but
whole,
who-
whole episode?
What?
In that voice?
Who did think of that? That's a bad idea.
I've never done that research.
The
I don't
four-
know.
the 420
I don't know where
thing?
420 comes from. Honestly,
Mm.
I have no idea.
Jamie, you pull that up.
I don't. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
It probably has to do with Bob Marley.
It's
I
Bob,
mean,
it's
if it
Bob
is-
Marley's
yeah.
birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're research
That makes
scientists.
sense to me. Yeah.
We just
Yeah.
did that right
Yeah.
here without Google.
Honorary doctorate. Honorary doctorate.
So it says here the story that seems most likely is Chris Conrad, curator of the Oaksterdam Cannabis Museum in Oakland, California, says 420 started as a secret code amongst a group of friends at San Rafael High School in the early 1970s who called themselves the Waldos. They would often meet at 4:20 p.m. to get high.
Huh.
Oh, them Waldos.
I think I like ours better.
I see. I don't think. I just hate. I don't want to take anything away from these guys, but it doesn't sound like any of them would do anything noteworthy to get 420 to the level it is today. Like, I don't think it would have taken.
How did that
Right.
spread?
Like now, if like Jake Paul said something like that, he could get it going. But
Well,
some
it
random
feels like that
dudes that are
story's
smoking
not
weed
done.
every day at 420, like
Yeah.
those guys aren't promoting anything. Like,
Well, that story's not done. It's like, what did they do after they got high at 420 every day to make it
Took a nap.
a national thing?
Lay down.
Went to bed.
Yeah, I mean, they probably was skateboarding back then, 1970s, like in that area, California.
As opposed to
Probably.
nowadays.
Yeah,
No,
definitely
fucking them
no, think like
skateboarders.
that's always like a huge thing.
All
back then.
Heelys.
Healy.
Going on.
Heelys.
Nice. Do you guys have Heelys?
I've always wanted a pair.
Could you see my ass on Heelys, dude? I would
See your
die.
ass on the ground.
Some big shoes.
I was never into Heelys, personally. You probably were.
You okay over there?
Yeah, just getting my setup right.
Just about his chair.
Dude, this chair ruined my night.
We can switch after I get drunk, then I won't notice.
Yeah, Andrew was complaining about his bad neck. He's like, how dare you?
Tell people about my neck.
So what have you guys been up to since the last time? If you don't know anything about these guys, go back to, what was it, episode 28?
I think that's what you said. Yeah.
We talked all about like how you guys got started and everything.
Yeah,
like
block
that.
out like 4 hours because we went in.
Dude, yeah, that was a fun episode.
That was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, so we got otter, badger,
that's
what do
Beaver.
beaver, badger,
Golden retriever.
Golden retriever,
and then
You bought a golden retriever.
yeah.
when he went home and he didn't have you, he
I
missed
know.
you. So
That's
he
what it
needed
was.
to-
And lion.
Yeah, I was gonna say now I have 2 in the German voice, but I just couldn't do it.
couldn't get it
I
out.
was gonna lose it. I was just gonna have to get up and just go to the bathroom or something, walk it off.
I don't know if the P math adds up. You need at
Yeah.
least another 20 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would go to the bathroom, but like
too early.
it's too early. The P math doesn't check out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no way.
You're going to be making 3 trips during the podcast instead of 2.
Yeah, we can't have that.
Yeah.
We can't have that. It's unprofessional.
Right.
But you guys look like you're pretty much buying up all of Philadelphia right now.
Yeah, we've scaled up a lot. I think, were we even working on any of the multis when we came here?
I don't remember. What-
I think you were
what we
just
doing.
starting.
I think
Yeah.
we may have just bought our first one, but so now we have a triplex on 2300 North College Ave that we were going to keep, but we started talking to some realtors, and the numbers that they're throwing around are insane. So we're just going to sell them as condos. And then on that same block, we have a 4-unit that we just started building this week. We are just resubmitted plans on a 5-unit on 42nd and Palatine, and just got our variance for our 4-unit mixed use on 4700 Woodland. And then in addition to that, we have like four singles we're working on, some flips.
Dang.
Getting on up there.
Yeah, so we don't have the money to do all of them, so we're like we were just kind of figuring it out along
You'll
the way.
figure
But
it out.
yeah,
What's
that's-
your team look like right now?
You're looking at
Just
it.
that's it. You guys in the
Yeah.
office. That's it still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
No, that's awesome.
we're staying as lean as possible, as long as possible. That's the goal.
Smart.
We had 2 guys that worked for us, and honestly, they were both awesome. But I noticed there would be times where we hired them to do a specific task, so we would allocate that task to them, and I would want to work, but I didn't want to like take their task, and I feel like that's not good leadership, right? If that's their role, and there would be times that I would just like not know what to do, and then I'd end up like just like doing shit on our Instagram or something like that, and I felt unproductive when we had people hire. So I feel like we're not quite there yet, because both of us like to work. I mean, we want to be busy basically all day, every day. So we want to hire out of necessity when we do it round 2.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you guys doing? Like, how are you guys getting leads on these properties? What are you doing to like get this work done?
So our partnership has like split into much more defined roles. I'm focused on the financing and the acquisitions, like really solely, and then Ty's focused on construction and accounting.
What made you guys split and go to that more defined? That wasn't a thing back when we talked. Then you guys were just establishing that kind of role.
Yeah, maybe it was kind of just starting
You
out.
remember when that was? Like date-wise, when we were last year?
June, July.
Dude, I can look that up.
That's kind of a while, huh?
Yeah, I think it was a long time ago. Because then you guys came to our beer and wood, which was when?
Yeah, it wasn't too far into the pandemic.
Beer and wood.
I don't think so.
It says September 5th.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I remember it was cold. It was probably November when you guys did that.
Hmm.
The beer and wood.
The
thing.
beer and wood?
Yeah,
So
it
maybe
was,
it was
possible.
September.
it was kind of cold.
Was it that close to that? I don't know. We're gonna go with September.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm not even really sure, but we've definitely gotten more defined since then. So as far as like looking for deals, I mean, we do our own marketing, so we'll have mail go out. Literally right now, like I'm getting notifications to my phone from our cold caller. So even though it's just us, we have people that we hire just for specific roles. Like we have a cold caller, we have people that help us with like curating the marketing campaigns for the mail.
And that's mail to buy stuff.
Yeah.
And do that cold call, do they get paid like on commission when they find something, or do they get paid per task?
No, they're just actually hourly. So we've had a lot of different cold callers. We've used in-person cold callers and tried to pay them commission. We've also tried in-person cold callers and paid them hourly plus commission. We've tried, people that we find on Upwork from the U.S. We've tried people, one of those companies from the Philippines. And the best thing that we've done by far for cold calling is just on Upwork, we'll just post an open listing saying exactly what we're looking for. And we have guys in Pakistan, a few guys in Pakistan that like it's weird. They have like Irish accents. So it's great for like South Philly.
Can you do that one?
Dude, Irish? Give me a couple minutes.
You just chime in.
I'll just come in there. I still do. Like once I get, the problem is like certain times when I hit like certain accents, like then I'm just stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Gilmar, can you do an Irish
get out of it.
accent?
Yeah, hit me with the Irish.
Bruh, I don't know.
Do that, bro.
What?
Just do Connor.
You can do British.
I can do British.
Just
pretty
do
well.
British and then roll into Connor.
What? He's like, I'll fuck you up, mate. Say something like that. I'll fuck you up. I don't really know. Sorry, anyway.
Not bad.
Yes, we digress.
That is pretty good. Are you German? You have like a German look to you.
Yeah, I thought I was more German, and then I got one of those DNA tests on, and yeah, I'm pretty much all like Irish and English.
You got a DNA test. I totally would have thought you'd be someone that's like, no, I'm not giving the government my
Yeah,
DNA.
same.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's true. That's true. But
said
the
screw it.
government can have your DNA other ways, so
That's kind of my perspective with it too.
It is what it is.
Yeah, we're already in the system.
Yeah, my shit's in an evidence locker someplace probably.
You're probably already assigned to someone.
Yeah, it's annoying as shit. What did you guys watch the Jake Paul fight this past weekend though? When I was talking about him.
Oh, you did, right?
He was
did,
annoying.
yeah.
I hate him so much.
I saw a tweet. Man, you might have reposted it. It was like I streamed the fight for free, and I still.
I did repost
you.
that. Yeah, I streamed the fight for free, and I still want my money back.
Oh, it was such a waste of time.
Yeah, we turned it, and finally,
What time did the fight actually come on?
I don't even know because I watched the
Late.
first hour, and then I said to my wife, like every couple minutes, I was like, if it doesn't happen by this time, I'm shutting it off. If it doesn't happen by this time, I'm shutting it off. So
Oh,
like 4
dude.
rounds of that, I was like, it's been an hour. Fuck this shit. And then I think I either went to bed or we put the UFC
It was definitely
thing.
after 12.
And then I watched it the next morning. And I honestly, this was the trick. I accidentally rewatched the fight, like fast forward to like the actual fight, but I watched it in Spanish. It was a legit fight.
That kept it more interesting.
Dude, yeah, have you ever been clicking through the TV back when you used to do that and you'd come up on like boxing at a random time and it'd be like in Spanish? You'd be like, yeah, whatever.
Honestly, I haven't had cable in like 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, obviously 10 years ago doing that.
Yeah, I prefer watching sports in Spanish sometimes
Yeah,
because
you
the guys are
speak
more
Spanish,
into
though.
it.
Right.
Well, yeah, because
Yeah, I don't speak
get
Spanish. So like this is real legit boxing if they're speaking Spanish.
because they're just like rapid
You
fire.
cared about it more. Otherwise, if you turned it to English, it was just Snoop and what's his name, just like all coked up.
Yo, I don't know why
They
it
had
took,
Snoop.
Snoop.
It
and
took
that.
5 guys to commentate on that fight. I don't get why the fuck they had 5 people talking about one stupid
Did you
fight.
see Oscar in there?
Yeah, dude, he kept
He
saying
was-
baby.
Dude, he was so coked up.
Yeah, he was fucked up.
Dude, eating air hoagies and shit. Oscar so fucked up. He's like, I'd like to thank Tyson.
Yeah.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back. And they're like, what are you talking about, dude? What are you coming back to what?
Just really feeling himself.
You've been here the whole time. Like, you're
Right.
not coming back. No, I'm coming back to fighting. I'm going to fight. They're like, you're 50 years old. He's like, yeah, I'd like to, inspired by Tyson. He's like, whoever I announce I'm fighting, I will destroy. They're like, who are you fighting? He's like, I haven't announced it yet. It was a mess. And then who's that other dude? That young guy.
What young guy?
The AC Slater from
AC Slater.
the guy from Saved by the Bell. The young guy.
Oh, Mario Lopez.
Mario Lopez.
Yeah.
So
Wait, he was announcing boxing?
So
Yeah.
Mario Lopez
His
is like
dimples are too
he's
nice.
a huge boxing enthusiast.
Is he really?
And
Yeah.
he spars a lot, allegedly.
He goes from that bullshit cooking show on CBS to that.
So they gave him somehow he like got enough street cred to go onto that. But I heard that everybody that was a part of that whole thing has a piece of that promotion.
Oh yeah. For sure.
So like Snoop Dogg owns it, like everybody that performed owns a piece of it. Like
Yeah.
everybody's got
Like
their
the
hands
brand?
in,
Triller?
in Triller or whatever it is.
Interesting.
I was like, how they afford all this?
Didn't it
It's
last
their
like
second event
30
ever.
seconds or something like that?
Hmm.
The fight?
Like a minute and 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was done in the first
I
round.
think it was fixed. Ben Askren took a dive. I've seen him take way worse hits from Robbie Lawler.
I disagree.
Takes one fucking hit from Jake Paul and he's knocked out.
I disagree for the sheer fact that like
know.
Jake Paul hasn't been fighting that long, and it takes, regardless of like, you have fighters that are decorated fighters that can't put knockout fucking energy in like that. It takes a lot to like connect a punch and still
So are
knock
you
somebody out.
agreeing or disagreeing?
I think he knocked fucking Ben Askren out.
You think?
Oh yeah.
I think
yeah,
Ben
I can
Askren
see
just
it.
took the money, bro.
Oh yeah.
I think that
Ben
too.
Askren leading up
He
to the
didn't-
fight, he said a bunch of times last week, he's like, dude, if this guy actually can box, like it's not gonna be good for me.
Yeah,
Like,
he,
he's like, oh,
he
save-
didn't put in any effort.
He didn't.
At
That's
all.
what it looked
Yeah.
like to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. you have like an Olympic wrestler that's just like, yeah, I'm gonna get paid.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I saw.
Why would I train for this fight? Like,
Is that
why
what
would
he
I?
is a wrestler?
Yeah.
His main thing, bread and butter, was wrestling.
Super talented at wrestling.
Super talented at wrestling and getting
You're-
paid.
Your pup passed the threshold of like starting to destroy the toy.
He had to move.
That's all right.
He's good.
His name is Rambo.
What is he? I mean,
Huh?
That's good. Yeah.
I'm afraid the orange thing will just be gone by the end of the episode.
That'd be very unlike him. So we'll keep an eye on that.
All right.
Stay tuned on the orange thing.
I don't know what to call it.
The suspense
A
is
buoy?
killing me.
Looks like a buoy.
Yeah, it's
We don't have a camera for back there.
floatable object. I don't know.
Oh man, I really can't put my left leg up like this. Like I can only do it with my right. So when I try to do it with my left and I take it off, it's like I just
What
get
do you mean?
10 cracks in my leg.
Can you go
It just
both ways?
doesn't.
I can't. With
Like-
with this?
Hey, you think it's
Oh,
all them
holy
years
shit.
of wearing them skinny jeans?
I've been wearing.
Fucked up your hips, dude.
Hey.
I've been working on my flexibility though.
Look at this.
What do you mean? You can't do?
You
I can do it on my right, but my left
You
I
can
can't.
flip legs. That
I
easy?
have to like pull it and like.
Yo,
Is
clip,
that? Do I
clip
gotta get
this.
some of those pants? What are those cargos?
Yeah, dude, these are nice.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
These
look
are
nice.
true work.
Contractor pants.
Yeah,
do, you,
man.
do you use those pockets?
You don't use
No,
those
yeah,
pockets.
yeah. I got one thing over here.
John doesn't even carry a wallet.
No, that's true.
He doesn't carry a car key. He carries his phone.
If you did have a wallet though, I bet it would be a bifold wallet that's just packed full of receipts.
I do have a bifold wallet. There are no fucking receipts. It's skinny.
Okay. Okay.
It doesn't leave the truck though. I don't need it
Yeah.
ever.
Huh.
I don't know.
You're wondering where John's wallet.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
Steal the truck along with other things in there. It'll be all right.
Stop by the truck on my way out.
How do you? So you guys are just buying up Philly. What do you do? How do you get creative on like resourcing capital? Like, what are you guys actually doing to make this stuff happen?
Yeah, that's
Good question.
They haven't yet.
yeah. We're honestly just figuring it out on the way here. I made a few phone calls and we funded a deal. So
Don't you love those guys? Because I've been down that path.
It's networking.
I've been
Yeah,
down that
100%.
path. We had to raise a bunch of money for a couple of apartment buildings, and you go down that path and you meet these big guys that say they want to invest, they want to put all this money in. Then you send them like a good deal, and they're like, I need something more. Like I was looking for more returns, better returns, and you could spend weeks with like one dude going down that thing.
Well, dude, the legit people are like really annoying. Like
Oh.
I like working with people who are just, masters in their craft outside of real estate. They don't
Yeah.
invest in real estate. They just have a big chunk of money, and then we just pitch this as an investment. And they're not like
They're not looking. They're looking for 10 to 15%, which
Yeah.
seems like a good return.
exactly. We offer
But guys in
12%.
real estate are like, we got 20%, 30%.
Right,
That's
exactly.
like the I feel pre-cryptocurrencies, everything was kind of like okay, unless you were investing in hedge funds or you had some sort of like line on something or you worked really hard and you saw a return on an investment or something. Those big returns just weren't. It was consistency over time. Like a big pay wasn't payday wasn't a thing until crypto. But I feel like when you talk to a lot of these people,
Not to interrupt.
So disrespectful.
Does he? I love it. Does he do this when you guys live together?
No.
Come in Ty's room. Oh, yo, Ty.
people are like, the psychologists are gonna start calling and be like, that guy's got an audible thing. He's a little weird. Or, is he okay?
I'll tell you I do. ASMR.
Do you find, like, I think we find, or I find at least, that people's expectations just are, especially younger investors, when you find that guy who made a bunch of money on crypto, or that,
for sure.
or those like younger guys where you meet them and you're like, you're from Cali and you did what to get all this money that you want to like throw into this project?
Yeah.
And then they hear the returns and they're just not into it. They're fancy shoes, and you're just like, what were your expectations? Like, what do you watch in HGTV or something? Like, I don't know where you heard that you're gonna get like these massive returns. Like, construction business or development is not the game. It's like definitely more of a longer term.
We got a good one Friday.
Exactly.
We're taking someone to go in a field and shoot bullets to meet him for the first time.
Oh, really?
Allegedly, this was supposed to happen several times.
That's true. It probably won't happen, but that's a good way to meet people.
Is this like a gun?
Like bring him down. Yeah. He has like a property and everything.
Oh, nice. No
We'll
shit.
see if it actually happens. Might not happen. I don't know.
We don't know.
It's a good way to
That's a
loosen
good
it up, though.
networking thing.
Apparently, this guy's like a redneck that made a bunch of money in real estate. That he's young from like Allentown area.
You gonna get him to invest?
Maybe.
I
Maybe
have no
pitching
idea.
him on an investment?
He actually probably doesn't like. Yeah, we're just flushing it out, but
Yeah.
try to
Nice.
do creative things with people.
That is
maybe,
a cool way to
maybe take him fishing
break the ice there.
instead of golfing.
See,
Yeah.
the trick is just like introduce them, and then just see what happens. I guess.
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
How's a fishing game?
Oh, dude, I caught a
He's
fish.
finally caught
I
one.
caught a fucking fish. You see it? It's a big moment in my life,
Oh yeah, dude. You want to hold the gun?
dude.
Hey,
Give me this thing.
deserved it.
I was
Shoot,
pumped.
shoot
dude.
one off into the air. Get my man going. Ready?
The fucking thing.
Give it a fuck back.
No, I brought it in the boat. I almost fucking lost it. I dove on that motherfucker like a lost puppy about to fall in the ocean. Grabbed him, cuddled him.
About to fall in a lake.
Yeah, I didn't want to. I needed a fucking picture. If I didn't get the picture, no one believed me.
He's like, put this. He's in the wake. He's like, oh man, I was riding the waves. The boat was rocking. You were in a still lake, and you just fell in.
I caught
like
it.
a little canoe. Like
No, I got this bass boat. I'm standing out front and I'm looking up. There's all these birds taking a shit because like I saw the water go.
So
like,
you
what
were
is
getting
this?
shot at by
And
birds.
then like another one was like, and I look up. There's fucking 30 birds above me, and I'm just looking up like trying not to get shit on by the birds. And that's where the fucking fish were, underneath the bird poo.
Do you think that the bird poo was causality for the fish? You
I think
they
the
liked
bird
that?
poo.
That was my first question.
I think
Did
the
you
bird
catch a
poo
shit eater?
attracted the bait fish, and then that attracted the bigger fish.
Wow.
Okay,
it's
so
a whole,
go
like,
into this bait fish, bigger fish
the
thing.
causal chain.
So you caught a fish to catch a fish? Is this what?
No. I think the bait fish, which are what the bass follow, were there because of the nutrients from the bird shit.
So I picture you as kind of like Aquaman, like herding the bait fish. Be like, come to me. And
I felt on fire. I caught that thing. I was like, dude, I'm fucking red.
So what kind of thing did you use?
Equipment.
Yeah. What was your
Equipment?
equipment, John?
Yeah.
Tell us about your equipment.
Bait caster, medium heavy rod,
Are you like a fisherman?
Too
or
much
is
for
this
us.
a new thing?
spinner bait with a trailer,
How strong? How much tension on that line?
15-pound fluorocarbon.
That sounded good.
Yeah. It was good. It was a big moment.
So
I was fucking
live
pumped.
bait?
Because my wife had actually told me if I hadn't caught a fish like within the next couple of weeks, maybe I should have given up. So it was kind of like, I sent her a picture like of me catching the fish. She's like, I guess your hobby's going to continue for a little while more.
Yeah.
Nice.
I hope.
So
I hope
pressure was on.
Yeah, big pressure.
yeah,
Did you eat it?
No. Definitely not.
Throw it
I would
back.
never eat anything out of that lake.
The bird shit eating fish.
Yeah. Only saltwater fish you want to eat. You really don't
really?
want to eat unless it's trout in a really clean stream.
Hmm.
I mean, they built this lake over 2 towns. Like, who the fuck knows what was in those towns when they flooded the lake? Gas stations and shit.
I feel like you're telling a story about like a place far, far away from here.
No, it's not far. It's just up there.
You were like reading an old folk book, and you were like when they flooded the lake.
No, back in
opened
I think it was like the
dams.
60s or 70s.
was
They fucking took 2
1913.
towns
It was 1930.
that came together in this valley, and they just fucking built a dam and flooded 2 towns.
That's how that worked.
Yeah,
Huh.
they bought them.
Kinda
They
cool.
bought them out, moved them out.
What do they stock it?
With people there.
Yeah, they fucking lived in. Not when they flooded it, but they had lived
You
there.
gotta clarify this when you just like they're flooding towns.
No, it was like imminent. What do they call it? Eminent domain.
I never heard of this.
Eminent domain. Yeah, Lake Nakamixon.
mass flooding.
There's still buildings under there that you can see on like the fish finder.
No way.
In the lake.
Yeah.
Wait, where's this now?
Lake Nakamixon.
What town was that?
Nakamixon.
That was gonna be my guess.
Then they moved like the people out. You can see where the 2 roads used to come into the lake where they flooded them. It's big,
You're
fucking
gonna see Andrew
huge.
scuba diving out there.
Yeah, I don't.
Breaking news.
I don't believe any of this.
No, Jamie, look it up. Lake Nakamixon.
Man, I don't give a fuck about Lake Nakamixon.
I think it's like in the 50s or 60s.
Edgy Jamie.
He doesn't like being called Jamie.
How do you spell that?
I knew that was coming.
Yeah,
Nah.
it's not Jamie. It's Yami.
Nockimixin.
I almost got it.
Lake Nakamixon flooded. Dude,
Flooded.
they fucking. That's what I'm saying. You can't eat fish out of there. There's shit in there.
Literally.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm looking at this board right here. What is Shaq Ultimate Bag Chaser? The fuck?
I thought it was 2 separate things.
That's what I'm hoping.
No, so
What's the Shaq Ultimate hit me?
he basically brands or endorses almost every product ever. There's this photo of
Oh,
him.
he just grabs money.
Yeah, dude. There's this photo of him where he's on the box of a pregnancy test.
What? Like a real
Over 90% effective.
It looks like a big old baby, so.
Oh my god! And then, dude, this is old timey Shaq. This is like '90s Shaq.
90 shit.
Look at that smirk.
Damn, dude. He's in his NBA uniform.
He's in the strip club just
Yeah, that's
every
vintage.
weekend.
Dude, he's
Vintage
like
Shaq.
he's like Gold Bond, fucking that. He does chairs at Staples.
Is he broke?
Nah,
Is he
bro.
rich?
Yo, Shake. Shaq has so much fucking money, dude.
Dude,
Yeah,
he owns
so
like
this is an
100
old-
Five
this is
Guys or
old-
something like that.
this
Do you think they just stole his photo?
He
They
does.
might have. It looks like an off-brand pregnancy test.
Yes, and I'm like, yo.
He made it says
Shaq.
Shaquille
What kind of
O'Neal.
corner store are you fucking getting these pictures from?
Twitter,
Could you
bro.
imagine somebody doing that, like taking the shit out and repackaging and be like, we're going to sell more?
Yeah, I wonder if even Shaq knows that shit exists. you know?
Grandpa, this isn't going to work. Dude, that's crazy. But yeah, so going back to this cleanse.
Whoa.
Oh, we just jumped back to the beginning.
hell of a circle back.
Yeah, man, well, we got to...
Jen Psaki over here circling back.
Yo.
We didn't get the truth the first time, so
Yo,
we loosened him up.
we gotta circle back.
Got a couple drinks in him now.
Circle back there.
Oh, this
What?
way
Pro-
is
no,
way
I
hard.
guess I want to know what prompted the cleanse. Like, what tragedy was like? I've gone too far. I need to make my body healthy again.
I honestly, dude, I just really like doing all these different like experiments.
And that led to the cleanse.
Yeah, I mean, I buy any product I see on social media. Like, I'm who they're marketing to. Like, I'm the guy that's keeping them in business because I buy every single ad that I see. Like, every fitness product that you've seen marketed on Instagram, no matter how ridiculous, I have it. same with every like supplement and thing like that. So
This was a good question then.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what have you this year? What item have you purchased that's outright outrageous that was actually pretty legit?
all right. Well, so wait. I'll
Or
give you
just
two.
give us a couple.
I'll give you two. Yeah, I'll give you two. So have you ever seen the So Right thing?
Yeah, the so right thing. It's
First of
legit.
all,
It's
It's
legit.
amazing.
It's
But
amazing.
it's like
What is that?
$100.
Yeah,
I was like,
it's
yeah,
a
I
piece
need
of
it.
plastic, and
Yeah.
it's just you get it, and you're just like,
What is this?
this is outrageous. So
It's-
you know what your psoas muscle is?
Oh,
No.
the thing that's like just got the two.
It's
Connects your hip and your basically your leg to your spine.
yeah.
It's a huge.
But this thing is fucking amazing. Like I use it all the time.
I just
so it's just kind of ridiculous because of how expensive it is and how simple the actual thing is.
yeah.
But I love it.
What do you do? Lay on it and it has like 2 pressure points?
Yeah, exactly. And
Get
like
in
it gets
there.
in
It's
super
nasty.
deep.
You ever see the
and
chirp wheels? You
so
buy the chirp
uncomfortable.
wheels?
I wanna get that.
I
not
know.
good.
I didn't buy that because my friend had it, so I tried it and I wasn't a fan.
Oh, the chirp wheel.
Oh, that sucks.
I'm not impressed by the chirp wheel.
Yeah. got me some chirp
Dude,
wheels.
like a dense foam roller.
Mhm.
I'm your guy.
Yep.
Dude, but the
Same. I have
so right,
extra hard, my
the
foam
so
roller.
right. If you are a runner or anything like that, so right, you gotta have that.
Yeah. No, it's fully necessary.
And it's painful as shit.
All right, what was?
Super painful.
What's the next one? The second. One?
So the next one, this was a Joe Rogan buy,
Oh no.
which I've got a lot of those,
So
honestly.
you like what?
Actually,
like a
wait.
jujitsu membership?
Look at these things.
Is it an
You guys
Oregon
seen these
wallet?
things?
What's that? Energy
This
and
isn't
focus.
what I was going to say, dude. These are caffeine mints, but they also have L-theanine in it, which is like, it counteracts the effects of like jitters from caffeine. So it has caffeine, B12,
So
L-theanine.
pretty much
Dude, it's amazing. These are amazing. I
the
like
things
have
you
one of these
want
in my
from
lip all day.
caffeine, but none of this stuff.
No, because you get super focused and like high energy, but you don't get like those crazy jitters. It's really great, actually. I think there's a couple left if you guys want to try them. Yeah, there's 2 left. You guys can each have one if you want.
So you're
But
cleansing.
that was a Joe Rogan buy, but
yourself.
that's not what I was talking about. The crazy one that I bought was beef liver and bone marrow.
Okay.
So I take an ounce of each every day. And
Let's hear
it's
this.
it's from grass-fed, grass-finished cows. Which, do you know the difference between grass-fed
Finished?
and grass-finished? It's the
Like-
most ridiculous thing
Like
ever.
killed with grass? Like you finish them off? Like you just overfeed them? What the fuck?
Yeah, they suffocate them with grass.
Yo, dude,
And it makes the meat better.
Grass fish, just go to sleep.
No.
Just go to sleep.
Okay, you are some reincarnated Nazi for sure.
Now that's canceling right there. That'll get your boy canceled.
Yeah, I take that back.
Jamie cut that out.
Yeah, edit that. But no, so grass-fed just means that they fed them grass at some point. So they could just be shoving them full of shit their whole lives, and then like on the way to the slaughterhouse, they just give them some grass. And it's like, oh, grass-fed beef. Grass-finished means that they've eaten grass for their like whole diet. Like that's what they've been eating their whole lives.
And that's
So
what
these
you
are like
want.
pasture-raised cows.
Got
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
We just had these 2 dudes on the podcast, Nick and Steve Service. They're personal chefs.
Mm-hmm.
You should go and you should reach out to those guys. They're insane.
Yeah.
They're all about like where the meat came from and all that stuff.
You eat what you eat is what your food eats, right? Something like
No.
that.
You
You
are
eat- you-
what your food eats.
Yeah, that's it.
I
are
would
they,
like to
like,
say I'd like to say you
vegetarian
got
type
like
things?
that backwards, but you went in and out. Like, yeah, so they do everything. They're like they eat, but they're really into.
So you just take a scoop
Quality.
of beef,
quality.
1 ounce every
so
day.
it comes. It's dry frozen, dry freezed, dry frozen.
Dry frozen.
Right.
We'll
Yo, Joe Rogan,
Right?
Joe
Right.
Frozen.
So it's dry frozen, and
or otherwise known as freeze dried.
Yo, I'm gonna take that back.
Prison.
So it's freeze dried and then just chopped up and put in these little capsules. And 6 capsules is an ounce.
And it has the marrow and everything in it.
Mm-hmm.
So you just do 1 ounce a day.
And liver. Yep. And so the guy's company is called, I think it's called Nose to Tail Nutrition. The guy's Carnivore MD. Like that's, you can look him up on YouTube and he talks a lot about it. But his whole thing is like getting your multivitamins through real food rather than just like supplements. But this has been like one of the best things that I bought. You were fucking distracted.
I'm trying to watch this go down.
Can he speak yet? Can you like?
What are you gonna say? Get out of here. Oh my god.
Whammy.
All right, go.
But yeah, this is like something that I'm gonna continue taking every day. Like I like to do all these experiments. The things that I like, I keep. The things that I don't like, I don't keep. This is something that I'm keeping because
Just
I take
because
it.
they added benefit nutritionally, or it's just like what's the voodoo?
Well, I noticed benefits in feeling. So I was having like a little bit of like stomach issues, very minor stomach issues, and that just went away. And then immediately after I take them every single day, I get this weird boost of energy. So like I won't have any coffee or caffeine or anything, and it's the first thing that I take in the morning, and it's just like I get super focused.
Tyler, do you ever experiment with any of Andrew's experiments?
He is kind of looking at him with like a strange eye over there. Just kind of giving him a look.
This is why
Nah.
this is why I'm moving out.
Nah. I keep it simple.
He's been trying to move out for a while.
That's just 1 a day men's multivitamin. Perfect.
Yeah, not even.
So what is the herbal cleanse? I still don't understand.
So there's like the one, I take this one capsule every night, which is just I go on. It's like you prep for the 5-day cleanse. It really takes 10 days because you take this pill at night 5 days before, and it just gets you having regular shits. So like every morning you just like, it's a massive shit in the morning, and it's just consistent. And then on day 6, I take
It's consistent. Like the way the conviction you said that with,
You were having trouble before.
you connected with me on the consistency.
I'll send you my affiliate link for this when we're done.
Some sold.
Link in the description. Everyone check it out.
It's consistency.
And then on day 6, you start taking you take 10 of these other capsules 5 times a day. So it's like a fuck ton of capsules. So sometimes I'll just empty them out in like a.
You're taking 50 capsules a day?
Yeah.
What?
Just for 5 days.
You're snorting these, or are you eating
I
these?
mean, you can probably snort them. But it has a bunch of stuff in it like charcoal and some other shit that the purpose of it is so you get your shitting regular, and then you take these other pills that pull all of the toxins and everything from your bowels. So you take that. So it's like have you ever seen charcoal toothpaste? The whole point of charcoal, activated charcoal, is that like dirt and just shit and plaque and everything sticks to it, right? So you brush your teeth, the stuff that makes your teeth yellow sticks to the activated charcoal, and then you rinse it off, so your teeth get white over time. Same thing happens with all of these different ingredients. It's the same premise. You know, you take this and it pulls all of the shit from, you know, your stomach, your bowels and intestines and all of that shit, and then with your regular shits in the morning, you dispel it. So today is day 5 of 5. So I'm celebrating with some burger.
So do you eat normally when you're on it?
I try to just eat healthy. You know, so I generally eat normally, but like if I'm thinking about having a cheesesteak, maybe instead of that, I'll do just like grilled chicken and rice. You know, so like while I'm on the cleanse. But I also, this time I did it, I drank like 3 out of the 5 days. So
Yeah,
I'm fucked.
yeah. The Lord's nectar.
yeah, I mean, look, I like to just live my life exactly how I like to live it, and then I do these health experiments. and in my mind, it balances it out. I meet in the middle somewhere.
Dude, it sounds excellent. It sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
You should get into coaching.
Coaching?
Yeah, have you thought about doing that? I feel like you could definitely sell one of those like crazy online coaching programs
Where you teach other people how to do online coaching? Like everyone's just coaching each other.
Yeah.
It's a pyramid scheme of coaching.
That's all it fucking is.
Dude, yeah, swear to God. Like, if I ever sign up to one of these things, I want a Six Flags membership. Like, minimum. Be like, if you're going to fix my credit, like, I need, like, a theme park membership. Like, let's get down here.
Honestly,
Or at least
like
$20 off, like, the safari.
For a free parking at least.
Yeah, or at least pay for my parking. At least. You know what I'm saying? The coaching.
I feel that. No, I honestly would love to do that later on in my life. I feel like I'm
When you have more
too young.
experience.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
Like, that's something that kind of like, you know, not throwing shade on anyone else, but I just sometimes I'll see, you know, the 25-year-old coaches, and I'm just like,
It's like, how the fuck do you know anything?
yeah, and right, and like
You
there's just
haven't made
a
enough
lack
mistakes yet.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a lack of humility I think that comes with it. Like, I just feel like we have a lot of mistakes that we're still going to make, and I'm still learning so much. And I'm sure there's people that could get value if like from a coaching program that a 25-year-old who's been through a lot puts out. But it's
You know what that's called? A podcast.
Feel that.
Hey,
Oh.
there it is.
When you want to tell people your problems, but
Yep.
not be
I feel
arrogant
that.
about it.
So, I want to start one of these things too.
Oh,
Podcast?
Yeah.
Dude.
Okay, I thought you guys were going to, weren't you?
Yeah, we were, and then we just got busy. We started buying up everything.
Now we're about to build our
It's like-
office, so
Yeah.
Dude,
we're gonna make one.
So we're gonna make
We
our
could-
office into a podcast studio too, and we figured we could rent out studio time and shit.
Set your thing up. We could produce your stuff.
What
we have
What does
this.
that mean?
I mean, dude, do you know about all this equipment?
No.
Propose something.
Wait.
'cause-
So, wait.
Oh,
But I don't want to come out here every time.
no,
You guys,
at
you
your
guys
place.
have your.
Yeah.
Do we have After 5 Studios? There, we just like you guys get people to come in and we produce it. Like you guys send us the files and then we'll produce it, send it to your clients, and then
And you'll do the editing and stuff.
yeah, we'll consult on building your studio, all that stuff.
it's a long drive,
That'd
you
be
know.
pretty sick.
What, like the half hour down to the city?
Okay.
Maybe like an hour.
Half hour from 95.
It took us 3 half hours. To
You
get
guys
there.
got
3.5 hours.
you got to get a bigger truck.
Yeah. People get out of the way.
I don't know if that math adds up.
Yeah, how does that?
Okay.
No, but like legitimately, where's
So,
your new
all right,
office?
so no, like just humor me. What would that
take
look
you
like?
through it. Like if you say you were a business person, right, and you wanted to like start your own podcast, right,
Mhm.
but you don't have the time for it. But you have the benefits. Your business could either see the benefits, or you could see the benefits, or people could see whatever your reasoning for doing the podcast is there. But all of like the effort behind putting the podcast together or doing all of this, like our editing qualities like went through the roof, all because we have all the people. Like,
Would you
doing
guys
this.
like set up our studio for us?
Yeah, everything.
I mean,
who would have to come every week?
I don't know. I guess we would have to figure out like if whatever the client's needs were. If they were just an audio podcast, it's a different thing. If it's
Right.
video, like somebody else might have to come and monitor
Or
that.
maybe we just shoot the whole thing and then we just send you the bulk files and you like
yeah,
edit.
there's ways to go about it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we
I mean,
learned
we'd be
we
interested
learned
in
that
that,
live
honestly.
editing. He's switching the cameras back and forth
Oh,
right now.
really?
Yeah, like
So you
live
no
editing
longer
is
have
the-
to sync the audio to the video. He's already doing that.
or switch
Like,
between the cameras.
So we cut down
so
audio, like editing.
Basically,
time.
what happens is like you have the video files across. Like you can see you have like camera 1, camera 2, and like you have to clip that up. But if you do it while you're live, there's no clipping. It's done.
You're basically editing while you're editing this while we're doing it.
Like when when you talk, like he clicks to you. When he's talking, clicks to him. Like between that. But usually we have
Sweet.
Tyler here that's helping him with that, or at least helping with the.
Oh, but that's awesome. Where's your office going to be?
4700 block of Woodland Ave.
dope.
It's West Philly.
Okay, so we're in West Philly.
We're about a block from U Sciences. So it's like right under Baltimore Ave, like 2 blocks, or maybe 3 or 4 blocks from Clark Park. If you're familiar with like Southwest.
Not got nothing.
Yeah.
How far away from Spruce Street are you?
So over there.
Over there,
Over
kind
Over
of.
there.
I got it.
30
We got
minutes
our
away.
offices
We'll
over
say
there.
that over. It's over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. What made you? Are you guys working out of your house now? You guys have an office now, though, don't you?
We do, yeah.
Kind
We
of
have a co-working space.
Co-working space.
Yeah,
And you
it's-
guys are gonna have like an independent office now.
Yeah.
And this isn't one of your projects.
It actually is. Yeah, we're building it. So our plan is just to kind of like customize it, and we want to make it very like industrial, and it's kind of lofted. So it's a 4-unit building, and on the bottom floor, we're making the commercial space our office.
Okay.
And we're gonna do it like, a lot of like concrete mixed with wood and exposed spiral ductwork, and just like some that like cool kind of industrial
Classy.
feel. Yeah, very classy.
Nice. You're gonna do Axe Philly on there.
We actually are gonna have someone like tag our logo on the side of the wall. Wait, do you guys ever
What
see-
artist are you using?
I don't know. You got one?
Maybe your brother. That's how I was thinking. Give him the chance to do it.
There's a guy that.
That's the office. If you guys haven't seen that background.
Give me
Yeah,
that.
I've seen that picture. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
So like that, where it says Axe on the side, we're gonna get someone to actually like paint it, like spray paint.
Is that board form concrete you got going on there?
So that is just bricks, but we're thinking about doing board form concrete on the basement walls.
Yeah.
What for the inside? So
Yeah.
it looks nice on the inside?
Yeah.
Good luck.
Is it hard?
It's really hard. It's really hard to get someone to do
expensive
it.
to
Yeah. Well, you got to use brand new wood, and depending on what wood you use, because it has to look good, right? Because it's taking the grain from the wood into the concrete.
Right.
Right.
If you're using like pine or some bullshit wood, it looks like crap. And you see a lot of people make the board form look like crap. And the only thing you're getting out of it is just like little lines here and there. They make forms that you can insert into the form to form it, or you use like really nice wood, like you use like a cedar or a poplar, like or you try to get some grain going on in
You
there.
have to do it all at once, right? Because it's
Well, yeah, I mean you're basically pouring the concrete in,
Right.
and you got to make sure you don't have a blowout, right? Because that
Yeah.
gets expensive. So whoever frames it has to know what they're doing, because there's a lot of weight.
Blowout's good expensive.
thinking like
we had
LED,
we did it on
like-
Howard Street. We were building those homes on Howard Street, and The first time we did board form, we fucking poured it. The whole wall blew out. We lost like it was like 100 yards of concrete on the ground.
Holy shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
It sucked.
And then what do? Let it
Clean
dry?
it. No, got to clean it up before it dries. Like we opened up the fire hydrant. Like there's a whole thing.
Holy
But
Shit.
So maybe don't do it.
Yeah, I don't think we budgeted for that.
no, they do make form liners that you can put in there. So when you pour the concrete, it's like a fake board form.
Yeah.
But you're just better off
Maybe
probably
we'll
just
just do
doing like
smooth
brick.
concrete.
Yeah, just smooth concrete.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do in the basement? Like what's down there?
Well, I mean, we're gonna underpin it. We're gonna have good height, and then we basically made a 10-foot depth, 15-foot wide egress well. That's like so it's like a terrace. It's an underground terrace on the front of the building, and then there's a bridge that goes over the terrace to get to the first floor.
Yeah.
So when
I'm
we
with
go, so downstairs in the basement, right? I mean, we're gonna have 10-foot, 9 to 10-foot ceilings.
That's where your office is gonna be.
Our office is gonna
Both
be
levels.
the first. It's the first 30 feet of the first floor in the basement.
You know, do you know Atrium? Shimmy Zakin?
We've heard of
He
that.
did that in his house. He did this whole like giant window well where he made the basement feel like the first floor
Yeah.
and then put like a bridge over it for the first floor to like
Sick.
walk across the bridge into the yard. Like that was
So that's
cool.
his house.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then he put an apartment.
Cool.
It was RM1.
Mm-hmm.
So he put a legal apartment down in the basement,
Mm-hmm.
right? Rents it out. I think he gets like $2,500 a month now for that one little apartment.
Dude, it's not even a negative being in the basement when you do that.
No.
We have that,
Well, that-
on 3 of our jobs.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
Full
if you're gonna sell homes, I always had this idea that you pick zoning in Philly where it's like RM1,
Mm-hmm.
where it allows for 2 dwellings, and then you build the home. You're basically building it the same way you would finished basement,
Mm-hmm.
but you make it a dedicated apartment. But then you can sell the home for so much more money
Yeah.
because that homeowner is
They
going to have a
rent it
rental
out.
built in.
And the entrance to the basement is a separate
Yeah.
entrance. Yeah.
I got a technical builder question for you.
Oh, let's go.
Oh boy.
So when I get worried about like drainage for
Yeah.
these sunken terraces. So
Yeah.
my understanding is that like, we have a big storm or something, all this water is going to funnel into our perimeter drain, which is going to go to a sump pump.
Yeah.
But everything fails over time. So like what happens in the event that like we have a catastrophic storm, power goes out, sump pump's not working. I know there's like backup batteries.
Well, they make the water flow backup sump pumps, which work on as the water flows out of the building, it creates a vacuum, like you're siphoning gas out of a tank.
It's like a pressure lock.
Yeah. So they have backup sump pumps as like pressure locks now.
So
Where
the
you just-
water itself would allow it to go.
So all you would have to do is turn on the water in the house, and it would suck the water out of the house,
So you just leave the water running?
basically, or like as tenants use it or whatever.
As
It just
the power goes out. you
as,
leave
if
water.
when the power goes out.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, this is like a last resort.
Yeah.
The tenant would be trained to go flip a switch, and now the water.
Yeah. Or no, it automatically sensors and turns on.
Oh,
Interesting.
whoa.
Yeah. So when it senses it's full, it hits the valve. The valve turns on and sucks the
So
water
is that
out.
foolproof? Do you think? I just
Yeah, I mean,
just-
all my neighbors did it because half my neighbors lost their basements to floods,
Yeah.
and ever since then, like, never had
neighbors lost.
they never had a problem ever again. You know?
Yeah, flood 1913 when they flooded that big creek. What were those neighborhoods called? The town of Nakamix.
Takamane.
Nakamixon.
Did you say Pokemon?
What's up?
Takamixon.
Taka.
That's what I thought it was.
You don't play Pokemon, do you?
Yeah, you don't?
Fucking.
I did keep my holographic cards just in case.
Yo, they are worth a shitload of money now.
Really?
Yeah, do you have them in mint condition?
See
Do
that?
you know that?
See that? I'm a fucking thinker. Yeah, I have them in mint condition.
My brother's been buying packs and he resells. I think he got a Charizard. He sold it for $300.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll give
What's
you
a
mine for
Charizard?
$250.
Yarzard?
Yo,
Yeah.
What's that? So
It's
was
the
this
dragon.
out of a fresh pack? then?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
I didn't know.
Dude,
that was
So
I
why
will,
do they
I'll
go
send you
so
my
much?
portfolio to send to your brother.
Yo.
will you have it like itemized, inventoried?
It's somewhere in my parents' basement. I have like a little book.
You better hope they have a water backup sump pump.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, they have this thing where like basically when power goes out, the water just automatically turns on and it just goes right out.
Yeah, there you go. Most of the time in the
Yeah.
city, depending on where you're at, you don't have that many groundwater problems.
Just,
If you're getting the water away from the house.
I mean, your mom's obviously doing that to protect the Charizard
What do you mean?
and all the cards.
Philly's basically,
Looking out for that. money.
unless you're rock, you're sand in Philly. Like it's either rock or sand. And if you're in sand, you're fine as long as the water table's not high.
Yeah, I'm just talking about like heavy rain.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be getting to your perimeter drain if it's heavy rain, if it's blocked up on the first, other than the window well. But that's not that
these
much
are,
water.
Like massive terraces.
Yeah.
I just feel like
Well,
it's
those
like
the ones that you're worried about are college, right? The 3-foot ones. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter.
Wait,
It's
what are you
still
talking
big.
about?
College Ave, the terrace in the back. That's the one that you were worried about.
And Woodland.
And Palatine, I guess. All right, yeah, no, I guess it's
It's like all of
every
them.
So
project.
basically, your whole portfolio.
I guess here's what I'll say.
Dude, one
So
storm.
head of construction, switch seats. Switch
So I guess here's they figure out how to do it in giant skyscrapers when they build the building under the water table and they constantly have water coming in.
Yeah, but they pump that out.
I know they have like
They have a
pump rooms.
station.
They got a
They have
pump
a building.
station.
What are you talking about? That
But-
thing is huge.
I know, but you could do that on a small home.
I don't think
It's
we-
not- it's
we
not that big a
budgeted
deal.
for that.
So you need to hire like what are you talking about? Like a bridge troll? Like
Yeah,
you get somebody
Bridge
like,
troll.
hanging on
you
the
like pumping.
make
Yo,
sure you
constantly.
Did you guys see that new rule in Philly? If you're building over 40 feet, you
No bridge
basically
trolls?
need a bridge troll. Dude, yo, I swear to God, yo, if you're building over 40 feet,
Yeah,
you need to hire somebody to sit there for 12 hours a day, and you
Fire
have
watch.
to pay them $25 an hour to
Fire
watch.
watch.
It's a
You know what you
troll.
do? You just don't do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what we said. We're like, all right, well, what's the fine, right? Because
how many stories?
They can't monitor that.
not storage, it's just above 40 feet. But the issue that one of our friends told us, who's like a very reputable GC in the city, he was just like, the only reason that you probably don't want to do that is because not only will you get a fine, you'll also get a stop work, and you'll have to like go through this whole process to get it up and running. So it's just, he said it's just a big risk because of that.
Everyone's definitely.
I lost it on the
finding
water department the other day.
Work around.
Dude, the water department's the
This motherfucker, Leland Lot. Hope you're listening. You
called out, Leland.
You haven't
Fucking find
inspected.
us.
You haven't inspected the fucking property.
Leyland,
You haven't inspected the property for 12 fucking months.
you tallywhacker.
And on month 13th, you want to tell us that there's no inlet protection and get
Inlet protection. Hi, what is
pissed
that?
off at us?
inlet protection.
I don't know. That motherfucker. It's like, and so I wrote back. I was like, dude, you're telling me you finally got out of your hole and did your job in 12 months, and like now it's a problem when we're like almost done with the project?
Is that so your
Leland.
sewer doesn't go backwards?
I don't know.
Leyland, meet me at the pub.
Meet me at the pub. He's an asshole.
We're gonna talk about the water.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
We had 11 months of like great inspection reports, and then month 12, and it's like, well, we haven't done anything. So,
Whoa.
Stripping.
Whoa.
yo, Rambo's all about it. He's
Yo,
here.
Rambo's like, let me get that shirt. I'll hang it up for you.
There you go, dude.
Smell it up. Be like, all right, it's clean.
So what's the training thing?
Training for him. Service dog. He's my service dog. Just getting him trained. He's on vacation this week. His school's closed. You
And
gotta fix it.
what's the?
I like
what-
chewing on his fucking pants.
That's what he was doing when I said I was gonna make him into a blanket.
Oh no, he's supposed to, I guess, make me more relaxed.
Hand me that one.
I was gonna say you seem more relaxed this time.
Here, try this one.
Yeah.
You're gonna fucked up.
Scotch.
That's good. That's good.
That'll make
Can
you
I
more.
still put a bunch of ice in it?
That
Yeah.
one's
Or
the
is that
truth.
like
No, you
bad
can't.
to do with it?
No,
All right, I'm gonna do that.
Nah,
You want me to get a second glass?
no, I can't. I'm on day
You gotta
51 of
cleanse?
75 hard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't
51?
drink. Yeah,
Dude,
Wow.
fuck
I'm
yeah,
almost
that's
there.
impressive,
I'm almost there.
honestly. That's
Work-
awesome.
You working out twice a day?
yeah.
How's it going?
Dude,
It's
he
okay.
waits until the
You-
end of the fucking day to do everything.
That's not true. That's not true. I went for a walk today at 2 o'clock.
That's
Power walk.
One outside, one inside.
Yeah, I do both outside usually. Andrew's mad because I don't get up at 5 a.m. That's what it is.
yeah. He's got to go out.
He got his own leash. That's awesome. He's like, Dad, I got to shit, man. I've been taking this herbal cleanse. Got to release.
Wow. Smart.
That's fucking. Yo, that just.
That's insane.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know.
Proud of
he
you,
did that.
Rambo.
Yeah, didn't know he did that. He's on spring break though.
Nice.
No, so I try to do on the weekends. I got it covered because I'll work out at like 9 a.m.
Yeah.
and then work out at night. So every night at 9:15, I go walk, and like there's 4 or 5 neighbors that'll walk with me. Because a guy my stature, I shouldn't really be jogging yet, and like 4 guys will rotate in and out, and we'll walk every night from like 9:15 to 10. But then I got to figure out the first workout in the day, and it's usually like I'll get home at 4 or 5, and I'll work out in the afternoon. You just can't do them back to back, so you have to have like an hour
then
rest in
it's
between.
One workout.
Yeah, you have to like at least an hour rest in between. So, Yeah, no, 2 workouts a day. It's going good.
Dude, honestly, that's impressive.
Starting to run.
75 hard thing is
It's actually-
it's more than that, right? It's the workouts. It's like drinking a gallon of water.
You have
What
to,
else?
and you have to read 10 physical pages a day, like an old school book reading. No
Yeah.
like audiobooks or anything.
Beautiful.
No cheat meals. You have to stick to a diet and no alcohol.
Yeah,
So
that's awesome. Good
not
for you.
that bad.
That's
What do you do
hard
for
to
a diet?
I do no carbs after 12, and then I don't eat after 7.
Are you doing like a keto sort of situation?
I'm just doing like meat, vegetables after 12 o'clock.
I
That's
mean,
it.
so like the keto's like so you're not eating after 7. When do you start eating in the morning?
Probably 8. It's not like a fasting
Right,
diet
right,
thing,
right.
but I mean, it's really because I'll work out after I stop eating. So I work out at 9. I completely clean my system out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. No, it's working good.
You feel better?
Oh, I feel I'm down 30
Yeah.
pounds, which is
Nice
good.
shit.
I feel good.
That's awesome.
Dude,
We've definitely got a long way to go. I've plateaued a little bit, but I think I'm
Yeah.
about to get over that hump.
Mm-hmm.
Do 150 hard.
I don't think so.
What are you gonna do after the 75 is done? I mean, I feel like at that point you've got a habit built. It's an opportunity.
Well, I think working out once a day is gonna be simple.
Yeah. Right.
I definitely want to enjoy alcohol and like I love out.
Yeah.
But I think I'll stick to a diet. I don't want to go back.
Yeah.
I don't think
Wait,
Andrew's not gonna let me go back.
Wait, simple things like that, though.
You're like, I love alcohol.
I do. Well, I don't drink that much, and when I do,
Stammered a little bit when he said,
no, maybe I drink like
forever.
twice a week or once a week normally. Not even that much.
Yeah. Dude, it's honestly tough. Like with like real estate people are just crazy. And like anytime that you are networking, it's like, oh, all right, awesome. Do you want to like go meet each other and drink 15 beers?
Well, that's why we
Okay.
want to do something different with people. Take them
Yeah.
like different experiences where you
Shooting.
captivate them, you bring them.
Mhm.
They're like a captive audience, but like you get the bond and stuff.
Yeah, I like doing events like golfing.
Yeah.
You know.
Everyone does golf. We're trying to do something different than golfing.
Dude, we got to golf though.
I will. Yeah, we should golf. Us four should
How's
go out
your
and
golf
golf.
career been, Andrew?
I'm excellent, dude. Crushing it.
Do you know where your clubs are right now?
I do know where my gloves are right now.
Are they in the trash?
No, my old ones are in the trash. The new ones are coming.
We have a golf tournament
Nice.
coming up May 16th.
Is it Scramble?
Yeah,
Dude, they're so fun.
Do they
Yeah.
have, do
My
they have
favorite thing to
openings?
do.
Can we invite ourselves?
I can probably get you.
Can we
In.
bring a foursome?
We can probably just be us four.
No way.
Yeah, probably.
You can get it done. Talk to Bobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just kick Bobby out of our group though.
Wait, what's the day?
Bobby's not
It's
in.
May 16th. I think it's Friday.
May 16th.
It's literally the last day of 75 hard, so I can't drink.
Ah,
Dude, that's fucking brutal.
Whoa. All right,
Can
that's
you
okay.
do
I'll drink for you.
4 workouts the day before?
Yeah, like speed it up.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
let's
have
think about
never not blacked out at a Scramble.
Neither have I.
16th is a Sunday?
No.
No, it's the
14th,
14th, man.
you said, right?
Yeah, 14th. Because my last days, I think, is Saturday.
Wide open schedule.
Dude,
Boy, is it. And that's
I'll
going to
get you
be,
in.
we're going to be fresh off of the Gorillas in the Mix arbitration.
what do you have?
Wait, you got
Gotta go to court?
This is the lawsuit that has been around since before our company was formed. Mind you, they are suing our company. This event happened before our company was formed, so fucking riddle me
Enough
that.
said.
It's lawsuits suck.
Dude,
Stupid.
it's the most like just ambiguous, superfluous bullshit. I don't know if that word.
Did
fit.
they
I just-
record you in the deposition and make you all afraid?
essentially.
There wasn't even one.
You never got deposed?
No, and I don't know why.
They're like, what is your name?
What if
Yeah.
it's
Where did
just
you go to school?
You just get, do you like? You think somebody's just like pranking you guys?
No.
What is this all about? Like, what are you getting
Dude, it's-
sued for? That you did before you didn't do it.
Allegedly.
Long story short, this is
Can
when
you
we were.
say?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I
What
guess.
are
I
they
mean,
gonna do? What are they
what-
gonna
what are
do?
they
You
gonna
didn't
do?
even do it.
Fuck
Yeah.
Daddy's fast cash. You hear me?
Fuck that guy.
That's his Instagram. name.
The company that
What is it? Fast Daddy Cash App?
Daddy's fast cash.
Daddy's Fast
Wait, he's a
Cash.
coach. He's a coach. That's his thing.
Dude,
Daddy's
he's a coach.
oh
Yeah.
my
You're getting
God.
sued by a coach
Yeah.
from before you didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah.
this is
So it literally
okay,
happened before our company was around.
All right, so take me down the road.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just waiting for your dog to knock over your whole setup.
Dude,
Uh,
the other
Is
day,
it Daddy's
dude,
DIES?
the other day he did that. He chased his
I'm
tail
not sure.
around my leg.
That's
Like
impressive.
me, John and I were
Find
looking
it.
at this tornado. Grab
You
your
find
phone. All right, so Daddy's Fast Cash.
We probably told you the story on the last
I think you did.
podcast of the company we started with, just doing wholesaling and like their acquisitions, finding their leads. So there was a deal that happened then where I was just like the person involved, you know, so they had my name.
Fine.
Yeah.
And basically a property was
It's 6,500 followers.
Okay, they're fake. How many likes does he get on the picture?
So you were doing
5.
the wholesaling.
5.
So fuck off.
Yeah. Daddy's Fast Cash. Let me see it.
Look at that video. He's got 50 views on a video thing.
yeah.
It was just fake. Like,
That
obviously.
dad next door _ What a dude! Look at the.
Yeah, that gives you
I'm
that
following
pretty
him.
much gives you an idea what it is. It's,
So he blamed you for fucking something up.
no, I think actually if I had to guess,
If I had to speculate.
the person that ended up with the house probably we basically wholesaled a house. And like
Yeah.
mind you, it's not my company. You know, I'm just
Right.
like a salesperson. So we wholesaled a house.
This is back, before we started our company. We were working for a different company.
Yeah, so I'm just working for them. I'm just like the
What was
the person.
What was that company's name?
I mean,
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's irrelevant.
So
and they even did nothing wrong too, for the record. So
So
a house was wholesaled, and this guy apparently had it under contract before our company, the company we were working for, without us knowing. You know, there were probably some shady shit on the person selling side. So anyways,
he already had a judgment with the seller, right?
no, not until after all of this.
I know, but I'm just saying right now he has a judgment with
Yeah.
the seller, which is even more ridiculous. That he's
Yeah.
still-
So I was like the sales guy for this company. So I was the one that found the buyer to buy this house. And then the buyer naturally got sued because he ended up at the house. So this other guy that's suing everyone felt that he had been wronged because he had this contract. So he just started suing everyone. And if I had to guess, I think the buyer was probably he's like a heavy hitter, and he, you know, I think his wife is an attorney, so he's just like, deal with this. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. And I'm sure he just handed them a bunch of emails and paperwork. And I think my name was wrapped up in that. So they sued us, and the company or the lawyer suing everyone probably just did a search on us and all of our entities at the time, which by this point we had started our company. Although the actual situation happened
That's-
before.
sloppy swordsmanship there.
Super dumb. And
You know what I'm
since
saying?
then,
Like you get if you like.
since then the house was then sold again.
So those
Super
people
sloppy.
are getting sold.
They're getting there's like
dude. Well, so
four-
here's
So there's just a sue orgy
Yo.
going on.
Yeah. There's like
Featuring
5 different
expert
people.
Jason Centino, dadpreneur specialist.
dadpreneur.
Are
You're
you
a
going-
dad, right?
Are you
John?
going backwards on this? What are we going in? We're going in on this guy?
No,
Yeah,
let's
maybe
we burn it down.
no. So
Give me the
yeah,
screen.
it's gonna be wrapped up soon.
I like confrontation. Ty doesn't like confrontation.
Yo, this guy got a book called Daddy's Fast Cash Presents Brand You.
I'll rip him.
You've made it. Now give yourself a brand.
I'll stretch out here.
Curated by Jason Centino.
Yeah.
All I
don't
ask
know
in
what-
return is if
dude,
you-
I don't know what that Johnny Bravo cartoon logo is on his thing. Like that's not very becoming.
Yeah.
You look like you're a greaser from.
Dude,
Like-
what pisses me off is we've been to 2 settlement conferences. He now knows that it's bullshit. He knows that we were not a company when this happened. He knows that we had no knowledge of this through the whole fact pattern. It got thrown out of one court into like a lower court because he was asking for too much money. Every single one of the defendants are like, no, we're not paying you anything. This is ridiculous.
So Daddy
he's
Fat
still-
Stacks, like what the do I
It's
gotta
ridiculous.
look into a camera right now and just give him like what are you doing? You're wasting my man's time.
Yeah.
It's
Hey,
like
whatever.
so
it's
far
been
on
a
the
very
back burner.
good learning experience.
Yeah,
honestly.
I mean, you can literally get sued for anything at any
Oh, it's
point.
bullshit.
Yeah, so
yeah.
whatever.
Anyone can
Stay
sue you.
woke,
That's what we've
man.
learned.
Did you guys like what did you guys learn from that? Did you like buy any guns?
Did you run away from when they're trying to serve you the papers?
Yeah, did you run
I do
away
that.
from
No, actually, they.
John thinks
I've
you
done that
did.
before.
Yeah. No, I wasn't even served. Someone
Never
else
served.
accepted the paperwork and like
On
and
your
it-
behalf?
I guess.
You should have a good attorney. Just throw that shit out.
I know we tried.
I mean, you tried.
It's really hard to get your name
This is really
pulled
good.
out of
I
something.
like this.
If there's
I know it's really good.
even a sliver of like possibility,
Yep. Yep.
That's sloppy.
so it just has to run its course. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like you're Derek Chauvin over here, like fighting for your life.
Well,
What do you mean? You called me a
a little
Nazi?
too relevant.
You didn't think
Reincarnated.
You didn't think I was gonna fire back?
Yeah, him, not me.
Black Lives Matter, dude.
Oh God! All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they do.
Take it back.
They do. Black lives do. No, they do. 100%.
So that's got to be frustrating, though.
It's very frustrating.
No, COVID just delayed it like a full year, so hasn't really been thought
Dude,
about.
it's
It's just
been-
on the calendar.
What,
No, you guys just
4
re-
years, right? 4
Are you
years?
just representing yourselves like you walk in the courtroom, like two of you, like, hey, judge, what's
Yeah.
going on?
No, we're
Honestly,
not.
when it happened, I was freaking out because like I was brand new in business, and like
Yeah.
you get that letter, and you're like, "Holy shit, what's
You,
this?"
can, you just gotta let,
That was a
let it
couple
go.
months in, right? We were
Yeah,
2 months, 3
You're
months
like, oh,
in.
we're already getting sued. High five.
yeah.
That's,
Well,
how,
yeah.
that's how we
Corona.
responded to it. You know, like it's the only way you can respond to it.
No,
It's like,
that's-
all right, this happens. It can happen. And since then, we've had a lot of different instances where we've needed attorneys.
Yeah,
So.
it's always good to know them.
The
Yeah.
trip
I've
and fall
content-
laws suck.
I wish I kind of went to
Okay.
law
Yeah.
school instead of architecture school.
You went to architecture school?
Mm.
You
Drexel.
got a degree?
I did not get a degree.
Nice. Did you get your undergrad or no?
I got my undergrad in economics,
Mm.
and then I went back for a second bachelor's and got most of the way through it and was like, I wanted to point. I was just like, what am I still doing here? Come on,
Yeah.
let's go do this. And
Did economics help?
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Helps a lot. But what do you guys like? You guys still are buying and building, and just the two of you. How are you looking towards the future in terms of like how much stuff you're choosing to buy, or are you just going after deals? Because they're like, I understand what the role is for like the construction side of things and like how taxing that can be. So do you guys see yourself building up that side of your business before you start building up like the grabbing side? Like how do you grow this from here?
Yeah, I mean, it's,
no idea.
yeah.
Just
It's a good question, and that's the answer, basically.
Yeah.
No, I
mean-
mean, we've been experimenting from day one. You know,
Mhm.
there's just so many different paths you can take in this business. So
Mm.
like we're trying everything.
Mhm.
And as soon as something doesn't work, we pivot, we try it, and we're just trying to find what works for us and what we like and what we should outsource. So we're very much still in that like strategy mindset, I guess.
I do
Yeah.
feel like we're like more clear right now than we have ever been since we started. Like we started with the intention to pivot. We wanted to try all of these different avenues. We were wholesaling and we were doing, single family flips. We got into the multifamily stuff. We were like talking about doing, like property management, like all these different avenues that you can get into with real estate. There's a million things you can do. And now, I mean, we're pretty much, we like doing the flips because we like the creative side of it. I mean, like the stuff that you guys do. Actually, me and Ty were looking at, you guys did something the other day where you had like I think it was an office that was maybe in the front of a house that had like kind of those like European or French doors that have like the black grids,
Yeah.
the glass doors. Do you know what I'm talking about?
We're doing a lot of that coming up.
Dude, I looked at Ty. I was like, yo, they do the nicest builds out of anyone that we know. You guys, like, your
I
quality,
appreciate that.
dude, your quality and like attention to detail is awesome.
We stepped it up a lot over the last year. And it just kind of every time, like, nobody should really be discouraged from trying to do that stuff. I think people are worried about taking the risks in the speculative, aspect because,
Yeah.
you're going to put a little extra heart and character into a home. Like, do people, like, you're worried.
And money.
You're like,
It's gonna cost
yeah,
a little
we
more
get a
money.
lot more money.
In time.
And people are worried, your investors are worried that people aren't going to like it. No one's going to want to buy it. So they're mad at you.
Yeah.
Different people are mad at you. Maybe the banker who's financing the project's mad at you because you chose the tile for the master he doesn't agree with. And everybody's chiming in on, what you fucking picked. And then you have you kind of have
Sounds awfully personal. It could happen.
You kind of have to like remind everybody, be like, oh hey, you're the banker. Oh
Right.
hey, you're the
Right.
investment. Oh hey, we're the fucking builders.
Yeah.
We are gonna do.
You do what you're an expert at. I'll do what we're
So
an expert
you
at.
knew what you knew we pushed the envelope
Yeah.
when we partnered up on this. So like you kind of knew what you were gonna do because
For
that's why
sure.
you teamed up with us.
The
No, I mean, dude, it works.
So when you
What
push the
guys are
envelope,
doing
everybody
works.
gets nervous. But somebody said along the lines, you only need one person to buy the house.
Yeah.
So you don't really like. Who gives a shit if 30?
you know who said that? Our boy Arvin. You know Arvin?
Love Arvin.
Best
Yeah.
guy ever.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah. So I think we were nervous. So I was like, only one person's gotta like it. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, people
we're about
like
to enter our first full spec home just Andrew and I doing it.
So
And we're not
No
selling
outside-
it, and
no
we're not
outside.
selling it or putting it on the market until the house is done. One, because we have no idea how much it's going to cost because things are out of
Is this
control.
Philly or Burbs?
Burbs. We're going to do pretty sick house.
Undisclosed.
Undisclosed.
Ah, nice. Okay.
It's going to be a new style
Feel that.
that,
It's not the modern farmhouse.
no, we're pivoting.
whoa, I know what it is.
Spaceship.
Go for it.
I don't want to say.
No, say it. You can say.
Is it just ultra modern?
No.
No.
No, good luck.
Nah, dude, we're talking hidden guns everywhere.
No, it's gonna be nice. I definitely think there's gonna be modern elements into it.
It's gonna be like a European style that's modern. Right.
Getting closer. Yeah.
Yeah, big windows. Use-
Arches.
Maybe bring some
Frickin'
bricks back.
arches.
Yeah,
Maybe some sloped roofs
Dude,
kind of stuff.
Wood costs so much. I've been pushing on
Dude.
masonry so hard for a while, and now it's like now
it makes sense.
it benefits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I had a question for you guys that I wanted to ask. When we were coming up here, we saw a house with like a really nice mansard roof. But it was one of the mansard roofs that like is like has like a heavy slope. To it, you know what I mean?
Does it like have like a
Like a ski jump.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. So how does that get built? What?
Not very easily.
yeah? Basically, have you ever seen like a half pipe built? Like so basically you have
It is like that, but I've never seen it built. No.
Yeah, so imagine you wanted to make this a sphere,
Mhm.
or not a sphere, like a cylinder. You just had like this top circle right here. So then you would connect framing down to a circle down there, and then you would have like a skeleton inside there. So imagine if you were
So
trying
it's
to
like
do
a massive
roof that
circle.
has like a slope like this, or those roofs that have like crazy like arched gables. All it is like the framing's just in there, and then the plywood you either like basically notch the plywood out so that it bends, or you wet it, or you use like
wet it,
smaller
literally,
pieces.
like soak it in water
Yeah, kind of.
so it can bend.
It's a mess. Yeah, kind
That's
of.
wild.
And you just like band it.
Hmm.
There's just stupid things you do for that. But a lot of that stuff's old school.
Hmm.
Nobody wants to pay for
It's
that.
hard to find a framer that can frame it like that.
Do you know these guys Pike?
Yeah.
Build something on Instagram.
Like properties, I think it is.
Super sick houses.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple people that I watch in this area, the Polig homes.
I don't
They-
know them.
It's PO.
HLIG.
Yeah, they build pretty nice stuff.
Yeah, you have
Spire.
Spire, Polig.
If you have any-
Zaveta's kind of in this area, but they're kind of a little old school.
I think Zaveta is like older owners, so
Yeah.
they're not really like younger
They're
owners
not
pushing
pushing
the
it.
envelope. I
Yeah,
think they
right.
just I think they just make good money and they're just happy with what,
Yeah.
what they're
Kind of enjoying it.
Yeah, probably. I think they've been around for a while. They're I hope that they're enjoying it for how
Yeah.
big they are.
It's funny because like you guys built your business and experimented in keeping it lean. We're building. We found all the people right on the team. Now we're going to start adding some things like you guys are doing. Apartments, like we're ready to go back into that market, spec homes and stuff like that.
Because like you guys do.
It's interesting. It's like two different like avenues,
But you're doing
both
the
successful.
Same, yeah, but you're doing the same thing, kind of.
Yeah.
Because you're doing
Kinda
the
cool.
flips, which is your cash generator,
Yeah.
and then we're doing construction, which is like our cash generator.
Do you do construction for other people?
Well, just other homeowners like directly. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
retail.
yeah.
Really?
Where they own the lot or they hire us just to be their GC. Yeah, we mostly do that.
Probably whack a retail investor with a GC fee. And then
We don't.
maybe.
I mean, we're pretty fair.
maybe
Like
you don't wanna
the way
say
we
that.
structure it is we de-risk ourselves, but
Yeah.
then they get a benefit
They
for that.
do get
too.
hit with a GC fee. I won't be dishonest.
De-risking. I like that.
I won't be dishonest about that, but it's more. We're completely
Well, it's still a good deal for them
We're
too. It's way less than they would pay if they just bought a house
Correct.
that was done on the market.
Yeah, there's
and
less
they get to
margin.
customize it.
Yeah.
Well, I heard today. I was
we
talking.
we let them have like full access to the whole like. Where else can you kind of just interact with your
Yo,
building?
yo,
You're
so-
kind of just it's hibachi building over here.
Yeah.
If people are wondering what we're doing, it's hibachi.
That's a good way to put it. I heard that
just-
national builders in Florida have stopped selling homes. They're going to build them, figure out what their costs are when they're done, and then put them up for sale. Because nobody has really a
Like they're
clue.
not gonna like budget beforehand.
They can't. They said all their budgets are blown out. The homes are 20, 30, 40% more expensive to build. I don't know if you guys have bought a 2x4 lately,
Yeah,
but it's
right. Yeah.
it's $11.
Yeah.
Used to be $2.34.
Going back to bricks.
Dude, we're gonna
Well,
be.
even plywood,
You know those.
right? It used to be like 12, and now it's 55.
You know the foam, the foam things that you interlock together to build a home out of the foam. That, and then you can just stucco or like brick right over that. That's gonna come, dude.
I don't want that.
I know, but those kind of building products on that cutting edge is gonna happen now because lumber is way too expensive.
I mean,
a
that's
home
not
that
like a
the market-
structural
the
thing, right? It's
market
like a
will
for a
probably-
facade.
no, it'll be
It will-
structural. It'll be built in as part of the structure.
I think it'll have to, like the chaos of like the pricing market will have to be like rationalized as not just like climate or
COVID.
like it once if it stays for a longer period of time. I think people will start innovating, but I don't think it's been long enough that anyone's.
Yeah.
They took
Gonna
this excuse
innovate.
of COVID and they just
Yeah.
shoved it up people's ass.
Dude, that's what I was like just guessing is that they're taking advantage of it.
There's
Because
no
the
way
these
that it
prices
costs
are
that much more to
right.
build.
It's
No way.
like 500% more.
How could it be?
There
Ridiculous.
was an article that came through this morning.
They're just shoving it up
Wait,
people's asses
real
without
quick,
lube.
going back to your guys building for retail investors. Well, when you do a deal like that, 'cause so we've had this idea where we potentially want to get into like sort of consulting, where we have a lot of friends that want to start buying rental properties, and they're looking on the market for properties that are already done, and they're just going to buy it as a retail investor, and then rent it out after they buy it, and we're just kind of like.
Did you see him come running out of there with that? Yeah.
But so our idea was like, all right, well, listen, you buy a property in your name, we'll find it for you, and then charge you an acquisition fee. We'll set up your construction financing and charge you a financing.
Yo, I gotta put him away.
No,
You talking about like what NRIA does?
what is that? I'm not sure.
They do that in Philly. There's a firm called U.S. Construction. You ever hear of
Oh
them?
yeah. I mean, they're like massive, right?
Yeah, but they started with this guy NRIA that would put those packages together. They did the same thing. They charged a fee. They built the home for the people.
So
They put the financing
property is
together.
in the name of the owner.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to transfer back and forth.
Yeah.
All you're doing is refinancing from construction to perm.
Correct. That's
it's like
they already do
that
that, and they
alone
scaled
saves-
it. They do
saves
thousands of
8%.
properties a year.
Really? Oh, so the idea is a good idea.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a good
Yeah,
idea.
right.
You could do it.
But you're talking rental properties.
Yeah,
like
right. So I
investment.
was talking rentals, but what
No,
you guys are
these
doing
are.
is
I mean,
interesting,
these
too.
are same thing. They with $7,500 down or whatever. This is what it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
They used to get investors that say, well, "Look, we'll guarantee your rent because they had enough rentals, and they guaranteed a lower rate than the market rent would
Right.
be, so they could
Yeah, they're just
guarantee you rent."
conservative with it.
You'd put down $7,500 down, which is what they required down based on and then they would sign a bank loan for the rest of it. So that was their equity. The rest of their equity for that came from the fact that they were building it under retail value for the home.
Right.
So they would be able to spread that. They could
developer's
uplift equity or whatever you want to call it, land lift or whatever. And then all of a sudden,
There's so many creative phrases for that.
Yeah.
Jack over here puts $7,500 down, gets a home that's undervalued. When it's done, he refinances out. They get another fee on the
Right.
refinance, so they get
100%.
paid twice, and then they get paid a management fee to manage the property on their behalf. And these people get almost guaranteed income.
So that's the same. I mean,
That's the exact same
I was
thing you want to
thinking
do.
we would buy it, or we would do the acquisition, we would do the financing, we do the construction, we do the leasing, we do the management, and then we do the refi as well for the.
That's what they.
and then we just take a small fee for each piece. But for them, I mean, they would save. On a $200,000 house, you're saving $20,000 that you don't have to put in a down payment for like your developer's premium.
Yeah. But you got to
So-
find enough properties to feed that to make it efficient. Because like,
our goal is to
if you
find
did
a
5 of
person
them,
first.
you might as well do 15 of them because it's the same amount of work.
No, totally right. So my question to you was because I guess we're debating on where to start, where the most efficient place to start for something like that would be. And in my mind, it was okay. Let's find the person who wants to do that. Let's get a soft commitment from them, and then go find the property. And we'll do one proof of concept, and then we'll take that story and we'll sell it to more people. But for you guys, when you're doing something for a retail investor, where do you start? Do you start with the retail investor who wants to own a home, or do you start with the piece of land that you already own and look for a buyer before you build it?
We can do both.
Both.
Yeah. But
You have to do both.
Let me
just
ask you
'cause
a
there's
question.
like opportunities,
Well,
scarcity.
All that work you would do for the other people where they would get the advantage of equity and tax-free equity and refinances, where you're just taking a fee, why don't you just put that effort in and buy like a 30 to 40 unit apartment building? The same amount of work,
Oh yeah,
right?
Right, feel that. Yeah,
Where do
and
they
then
find a
So the-
40 unit
No,
apartment?
no, I mean, well,
the difference, I guess, is just what sparked this whole thing was, since we're not wholesaling anymore, we were looking for a way for short-term income, and we figured we could.
OnlyFans.
Dude, you'd be good
My
on
feet-
OnlyFans.
My
Dude,
feet are.
you get them rickety hips going. You know what I mean? Lean to the right.
Did you just call him rickety?
He's couldn't fucking
Dude,
bring
he
his
just
leg
came
up.
off a fucking
Wait till I put my
cleanse, bro.
left leg up.
It'll be like $5
save
for
that
the
for the
right
OnlyFans.
leg,
Save that for the
$15 for the left
They'll
leg.
give him everything.
Oh,
Yeah, don't give him a-
shit.
Oh, it's tight.
So short term,
Shit.
Boom, $10 right there.
yeah. So short term, like cash flow.
Yeah,
Because what?
that's what our wholesaling was. I mean, our wholesale, we were making $300,000 a year from wholesaling, and we just stopped it.
Yeah.
So it's just like boom. the tap
That's
was
my
shut
biggest
off.
advice
So-
I can give to a lot of people. And we battle because we do take on a lot of work, but we sort it out and figure it out. But if you don't have multiple things going on at one time, cash flow is the killer of businesses. It's not profit.
100%.
It's not profit and loss and all that crap. It's cash flow.
Right.
You don't have the cash flow coming, you might as well kiss all that profit goodbye because you ain't never going to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
So-
only when you're going about your. I mean, we've definitely grown considerably. We have a lot more mouths to feed too, as well.
How
But I
many do you
spend-
guys have that work for you now?
We're at
10.
10
or 11.
That's like a pretty big
11 now.
I think
operation, man.
11.
Yeah.
We'll be 13 at the height of the summer, and we're probably going to be done. But that's what I'm saying. Like now we have a
No,
team
we'll be
set up.
14
I think we can easily scale because he's scaled before. I've scaled a rental portfolio before. We're going to go into that.
You guys were doing the apartment stuff before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like heavy into it. But
Right.
that was my question. Like
Yeah.
when you refinance it out. So let's say you did a big apartment building, 10 units or whatever, and you guys are talking about investors and
Mhm.
you want to be able to have an option to cash them out at refinance. Because if you can build
Like a
enough equity
buyout?
in, you have to put a buyout.
Get rid of them.
When you refinance that and you can take almost all the equity back out and pay them all off and have some left over, give them as much as they can to get them out. Because you want that rental, you want to own that rental outright after that year 2 event of capital injection. You have
We
to.
did 2 syndication deals so far. One's a 4-unit, one's a 5-unit. We didn't put that in. Looking back, we definitely should have, because now that we are further along in the process, both of the deals at the refi, once it's stabilized, we're going to be able to pull all of our money out and
Yes.
an extra 50 to 100 grand.
That you
One of
coulda-
them's probably going to be 50. One of them's going to be 100.
That you could have paid these guys off,
100%.
and then
all
you would have
day.
had
So we'd be zero out of pocket, plus probably still have some cash flow. They'd have a 20 to 25% return in 1 year, and they'd be fine, and they would have zero equity now. But
So how you do it is guarantee them first look at the next deal. So if you constantly
This
keep
is free coaching.
if
by
you
the way.
constantly keep their equity rolling and give them a piece of the next deal,
yeah,
it'll be as if they're in the deals. But
Right.
but tell them that you're in it for the long term, because every rental that you have in the city generates anywhere between $8,000 to $10,000 a year of free cash flow after everything's paid if you manage it like at a 20-30% expense rate. So if you have 10 units, you're getting 80 grand a year of cash. If you have 100 units, you're getting 80,000 a year in cash, right? Or $800,000 a year in cash
revenue.
cash flow, free cash flow. That's what I'm saying. So
We definitely run on the less margin.
so if you're 4-unit apartment building, right, you're going to generate anywhere between, I don't know, you could probably take out 30 grand a year, 40 grand a year after everything's paid on that building, I would think.
we're like,
Our goal is 300 to 400 a month.
yeah, we're
On
we're
a
like,
single
yeah,
house.
we're like 18.
Oh, so that's what I'm saying. You're doing houses. Why don't you take that same effort in and get a building
Well,
and
we-
find a
we
building
have
or build a
so
building?
The small apartments, we're like 400 a unit with the nice, like the good deals. Pulling all of our money out and then cash flowing.
So you're like
about
at
400.
$5 grand a year.
And that's at a 20. I mean, I run those pro formas on a 22% expense ratio.
That's light. I mean, that's good if you can.
Yeah.
Do you guys pull a management fee out of it too?
We would manage. Yeah, that's county management.
But
We would probably at that point hopefully manage it ourselves.
yeah, we'll either pay yourselves that fee or bank it into reserves or just like take the extra cash flow. But so you're running it at like 5%, $5,000 a year per unit cash flow. Then is what you're saying, $400 a month.
Yeah.
But again, that's it being an individual house. When you can scale it to an apartment building, that's why apartment buildings are so lucrative. It's so much little work. It's more work to own 10 individual houses than it is to own a 50-unit apartment building. It's a whole lot less work for the 50 unit because everything's there. Economies of scales are there. You only have one roof for all those buildings. You don't
Yeah.
have 10 roofs.
How's
You know what I
your
mean?
how's your construction like management like going? You feel you're good at that?
I think, yeah.
He's good. at that, for
Would
sure.
other people pay you to do that for their rentals?
Francis
We're
is.
experimenting with our first one now. Yeah.
He's a
just-
good client to do. He's
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
easy. Arvin's also good. If you ever wanted to
We
do
didn't
stuff.
really
Does he,
want to
like-
do it because we
Yeah.
just we just bought up 4 houses, single houses that we're going to do ourselves.
Well, he's
3
gonna
or 4.
do.
Yeah. So Francis, we're going to build a sick house. So it was kind of like a fun experiment. And
Is
it
that
was
the
just
one
a
you're
win-win.
currently building now? Or you just got done?
We're about to start demo next week.
Yeah.
But no, it's good. It's a lot to learn, but it's going good.
That'll be a good collab though for the exposure. I mean, you guys
sure.
probably know a lot of the same people already,
Yeah.
but I'm sure there's a lot of people that watch Francis that don't know you guys yet.
For sure.
Yeah.
I don't
even
actually
know
kn-
if we want to take the company in that direction.
No.
Yeah, but it's
another
always good.
experiment.
Building sucks.
But it's always good for
It's a
people.
lot of liability.
But it's always good for people to know like your brand exists.
Oh,
For
yeah.
sure. Totally.
So if like all those people find out and you're like, nah, we don't really want to go that way, but like a huge fish comes along,
Yeah, yeah.
you're gonna be like, oh, okay, I'm glad we did that.
And some of those jobs are just cool. Like we're building this house for Francis it's on Lombard, right?
Mhm.
It's like 11th and Lombard. Yeah, 11th and Lombard. It's like Center City, and like he's doing everything super high end, and we get to be kind of creative with it and just have a good time and like build something really cool, which is what we enjoy doing.
You say it's a lot of liability.
Mhm.
Talk about that though. If you do
I
right,
would love this. You guys have this.
if
back.
you
I'll
do
sit
it
back.
right and you know what you're doing
Yes.
and you know that you installed that window correctly or you installed the paper behind the because the only thing you're really getting sued for is you're never gonna like it's really hard to mess up structural, right? There's so many redundancies in that, and that's very easy to spot to build, right? No one's like having a floor fall down year 10. What
I'm gonna push back on that. I
All
think
right.
there's a lot of fucking customers right now, and I think there's a lot of people building right now, and shit's gonna fall down.
No,
in the next
but
weeks.
what
Well,
the
there's a lot of
number
people
one
building
thing
sketch-
the number
sketchy
one thing you got to worry about is water, right? Water infiltration.
I think there's more liability on people buying your shit than you having liability on your like you're taking a bigger risk buying a shitty builder's product.
No, let me finish my point. Like you're talking about liability as a building for other people, right? They're getting sued.
Also on the front of like the people getting hurt.
He's talking
Yeah.
about like the people.
But if
subs.
you all right, so
Or
a good
subs.
contract takes care of that. Insurance. If you don't have completed ops in your GC insurance, where they basically will cover you for any defects of building. So if you get like a lot of these guys that had the stucco
Yeah.
lawsuits and stuff, they don't have completed ops and they're liable for whatever some of those damages are. But if you were competent enough back then to have what's called completed ops on your GC insurance, your insurance company will cover you as long as you built it to your knowledge as best as you could to the spec of what it was. The fuck was that?
Go check.
Rambo's like under the desk, like, help! That was crazy. It almost felt like it came from the roof. What was that?
Holy shit.
Yeah,
That's an earthquake.
Yeah, someone upstairs fell.
on the
Big
roof.
person fell.
Yeah, but anyway, it's kind of weird feeling, right?
Yeah.
It's all right, you're protected.
Maybe it was a ghost. Holy
I could have
shit.
swore that
Um,
came from there, dude. I felt it.
I felt that in the
I felt
ground
it.
right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, yeah.
How strange.
Maybe it's behind this.
Some guy just pops out, a little troll.
One of the old ladies probably fell down in the hallway downstairs doing physical therapy.
Yo, when we moved
Why am
up
I
here,
laughing? Why- I'm like-
when we moved up here,
Funny, dude.
like,
they're always in the hallway doing lunges and
so
shit.
when you pull up
uncomfortable.
like the wireless, all the wireless names come up for the building, right?
Yeah.
And these motherfuckers, they used to complain on us for like being loud or not wearing masks, like all this bullshit. But they would be doing lunges with Joan Rivers down the hallway, right?
Rivers.
So and we named the Wi-Fi password like hallway CrossFit in Joan Rivers spa.
Yeah, don't sell me down the river like that. You're like Andrew. I'm like, no, I ran this past everybody.
Okay, all right. It was a joint effort.
Collective
It
effort.
was fucking funny.
Yeah, I was like, what can we name this to just,
Well,
eventually.
what do you mean
troll
getting
them?
hurt? Like
Just
Contractors
navigating. I
get-
mean, we're like
Well, wait,
we're
real quick. Do we have that? What he was talking?
not many people do this.
I don't know. Is
Yeah.
my point. We're like so new in insurance. I mean, you go down that rabbit hole. Like
There's
that
one
shit
guy that can
gets
take
so
care of you.
expensive.
Jay Crosby. It's good.
What's
talked to
his
him
company?
before.
Emmanuel Insurance. Shout out those guys.
Yeah, connect me.
Are we doing that now? Shout outs on this?
No,
Do you
No,
have-
we're
do
not.
you have
Dude, the
workers'
service
comp?
brothers were
Yeah,
shouting
we
out
have
like
workers'
every
comp.
year.
Everybody
You
does.
have to have
Have
the
workers'
shout out
comp.
back.
I mean,
So
you
that's-
have employees.
We don't have workers' comp.
you have to have a workers' comp if you have
No
GC
one works for us
license.
directly.
I know, but you have a small policy that you waive. Like we waive our They could never pay for us to have workers' comp. If
Wait,
Andrew and
what
I
do you
get hurt, we don't have workers' comp to cover us because we're owners, right?
Right.
But all the employees have workers' comp.
Right, but
Oh,
for us,
your employees, not if you hire a sub.
If you ever hire a sub, your small would be the state workers insurance fund, SWIFT. Your small SWIFT policy would cover any lapses of their insurance if they lied to you. If they don't have it, they got to go get workers' comp before they work for you,
So
especially in the
you don't-
city.
You won't hire anyone that doesn't have workers' comp.
We try not to, yeah.
and then your contracts say that.
And then their contract says that if they said they had it and they didn't have it, then
It's on
then
them.
we're covered on it. Yeah, because they try in our contract, you have to sign a whole insurance indemnity clause of responsibility that their insurance covers us. Like they segregate on our behalf.
Right.
So like if something's wrong with the electric or something, that trade defends us and defends our insurance company first. And that their insurance kicks in first, and then they have lapses in coverage, it then hits our insurance. But it's very complicated. You have to get
Super
contracts signed.
complicated.
Yeah.
Like it's
Free
and it's
coaching.
a,
Start
and it's
a
like a
podcast.
it's like a whole
It's a whole
thing.
Yeah, it's
It's
like-
a literally.
And are we 100% at it? No, but like we try hard, and it's
Yeah.
very, especially when you're out here, you're dealing with like guys that are like $1,000. You have to weigh like the risk of what you're doing. But the major stuff, if you're doing like apartments in the city, or you're just doing stuff now like over, you're digging down 10 feet, you got to do the shoring and all that. Like all those contractors are used to signing it in the city. You just get them. Like I can send you our contract.
That'd be awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
we have one. Sticking to it and all that is another.
It's a full-time job.
Like it is. Like we do the certificate of insurance. We do the COIs.
But they have to list you a certain way on that based on your insurance to
That's
make
just
sure
an additional insurance.
it's not just additional insurance.
yeah, there's other
it's
things.
Like, yeah.
The waiver of subrogation.
Yes. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, so we have all those boxes checked, but still, I feel like there's more.
Yeah. The managing of that's really tough. Like and if you're doing like all the bookkeeping and then you're doing the
if you
construction, you're doing all that, like you're talking about, and that's where like we are as a company. It's like, all right, well, we legitimately want to go through and do everything as quality and as right as we can. The two of us cannot do all that we do. There's no way.
Yeah.
Especially if we get busier, because what happens, and it's happened to us, and it's our biggest mistake that we have, is like we get so busy, we're overwhelmed with the amount of work. Things don't get done necessarily the best that they could get done. And when that quality and that production and everything starts to like slow down,
and you got to go backwards.
and you got to go backwards,
Yeah.
you got to go fix shit. It's
And the
just like
backwards is what really
kills
holds
you.
you up. Yeah.
yeah. So that's why like we have that team to satisfy like that quality, because for us, our name is built on quality construction. That's all, like that's our reputation. So if we don't have that,
Yeah.
then we're in trouble.
Yeah,
We can,
you can be high end and still be shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
still comes down to
Or I mean, high end is just a word that people use, but if you can't,
Everyone says they're high end.
if you can't, and I talked about this with
It's so
this
funny.
one buddy.
It's so funny that happens, though. Sorry to cut you off.
Oh.
I would say I didn't mean to, but I did mean to.
You grab the mic, you're like, I am
No,
cutting
just gonna
you
fit-
off.
I think it's so surprising because Instagram like has connected us to so many builders, and you think such a type of way about like the product that you're putting out, and then as you go and meet people, you can like alter and change like what you think about your product. And that high end or that high quality and like hashtag this and hashtag that. It's amazing what you get to see when you like go behind the scenes. And then you realize you're like, wow, we're actually onto something here. Like we need to keep on this. And that's kind of like what's happened over like the last couple of years is like, you think there's a lot of people out there building like in this niche, and there's
not.
And there's not, which is frustrating for us. Cause like when we want to hire employees or subcontractors or expand in terms of like that human capital, it's so difficult for us to do, and it's frustrating for me because I'm like, dude, we're delivering here for clients. We get the cool jobs, we have the cool clients, like we have everything. Like, why is it still so hard for us to like convince people to like do work with us?
It's
And
hard.
that's like I think is like the biggest thing, especially working in the city, is there's so many people that like are
When you
just
say convince people, you mean like
just finding people that,
contractors?
yeah,
and-
just
both.
yeah, because there's so few people doing plumbing, electrical, and things, you actually have to like campaign for these people. If you want the best guy, sure, I could go out there every day of the week and get an electrician, but he's gonna fuck my shit up. And then that's the guy you're worried about coming onto your job site. It's the guy you can get that day. So you really have to build relationships with your subs. And like regardless of if they're subs, employees, or partners, or whatever like terminology is put on, we're all trying to go in a certain direction. So if you're trying to be the best at what you're doing, which is like electrical, or like say like Ron Fish, like it should make sense that like you would want to team up with us because we're doing the best. We're going to represent your electrical work the best way possible. If you're doing the best electrical work in the world, but I'm building trap houses, like what the fuck? Who gives a shit about? Or I'm not going to be able to afford to pay for your extra quality or anything like that. So it's definitely been. I think that's like our biggest.
We also are finding like we keep promoting some subs and they keep getting busier.
Dude.
And they get busier and busier and busier, and then all of a sudden their quality starts to go down.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, man. Like, what the hell happened here? Because the last job you did.
That's like title company.
And I guess that's
subs,
what he's talking about with everything. Like, everyone fucking blows their nut the first time they do a job with you. You're like, man, I'm expecting that. That's what I'm expecting every time. That's what I'm paying for. And then it just, like, slowly trickles down. Then you have that weird conversation, like, dude, like, what the fuck? And they're like, dude, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm sick. My kids are, like,
right.
I don't
being
fucking.
a good tradesperson is drastically different than being a good business person.
Dude, and first of all, that's like society-wise, like go into the trades. If you don't know what you want to do, like, and you're 18, go to trade school. There's a serious demand.
We're going to see this problem in 15 years and 20 years.
Yeah.
We're going to ground root some stuff so that we grow and sprout our own shit.
A while ago, we started to talk about like, well, how do we get into the tech schools?
Yeah.
Like, and then there was just this barrier.
It's hard to get in there.
For some reason, there was always like the liability, like
start a school.
No, go to the wood shop teacher and just be like, hey,
give me your best guy.
Who's your top 5 carpenters in this class, or who's your top 5? Who in this whole school? Who are the 5 kids that like have some?
Do you know what? Do you know what could do that? I'm just thinking out loud.
Well, it's already happening. We found someone to get in.
I know, but
back way.
One of my good friends, he's a principal at a local school, and like you'd be surprised like what he sticks in his mind is like parents that do good jobs and like, but if we went to these trade schools and we just donated equipment, like we got to pay taxes anyway. We might as well fucking donate, right? If you're paying $10,000 to Uncle Sam and we could buy equipment. What if we go find the shop teacher and we're like, hey, what do you need in the shop to make your kids like better and more skillful? Like, oh, we need like this. We're like,
hey, we're giving your kids great jobs.
Dude, you do something like that too. You can even put a little plaque in the shop and like the kids know who you are already.
Can you guys like teach? Like just like go in and
can you guys teach?
Go in and do it.
I can teach what I'm good at.
Right.
Can I teach how to do like woodworking?
Well,
probably not.
Yeah.
I thought that's what you guys are good at.
Specialized.
John's like, I'll teach you how to cook the books. That doesn't happen.
Yeah. Ty put our cutting board that you guys gave us last time in the dishwasher.
Yeah, how's the test going? Is it breaking?
It's now a bunch of pieces of wood.
The same thing happened to mine.
Yeah.
Mine happened the first day, and I was like, fuck, like, this thing sucks. No, the thing with woodworking, like, it's amazing how skillful guys that we have that do what they do. And every now and then I like to do a project to test my skills. And Andrew's like, dude, that's a massive waste of time. Like, what are you doing? I was like, dude, I'm going to do it.
Like a project like the like epoxy tables and stuff like that?
I won't touch that, but I did make...
Why?
You stay away.
Stay away from epoxy.
Really?
It's fucking hard and it's
you gotta find
expensive.
The clients to spend that kind of money. You can't just
what?
the stuff they're charging online is
made by slave labor.
Yeah,
but they're charging like thousands of dollars for a
but
table.
that's not. Some of those tables aren't even charging appropriately.
Okay,
Even the expensive ones.
Why does it cost so much? What costs so much about it?
We have actually a video on YouTube of why the fuck it costs so much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the process, mistakes, like learning curve. Like if you're doing that at like a high level, you spent some money on mistake.
We one time poured a whole table, came back the next morning, all the epoxy was on the floor. I said, well, there's $700 gone down the drain.
$700 in epoxy and wood.
Yeah,
just the epoxy.
Wow. So the epoxy is that expensive?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That's partially like why that's why I'm like looking at the prices some of these guys charge, and I'm like, they're making no money.
So if it's like a big conference table for $5,000, that's like
Not good.
Well, I mean, you're getting it out of slave labor out of Ukraine.
Yeah, it's probably coming from Ukraine or
Costa Rica. Costa Rica's a
yeah,
big one.
Yeah, like if it's coming from Bucks County, PA, that table's like $12,500.
holy shit.
The cost we have in on that table in there,
Uh-huh.
there's some learning curve in there, $6,600. That was supposed to be sold to somebody for $4,500, but we built the whole fucking thing, and they're like, oh, yeah, we didn't want epoxy. I'm like,
Cool.
well, what the
Yeah,
fuck
so
happened?
that's not an epoxy mistake. That's a management.
That's just
Yeah,
a
that's
process
client,
thing.
right.
So how fucking, like, that's what happens.
Oops.
But it's a nice table in there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's wild. That I did not think.
But
epoxy was that
so
much.
I guess what I'm saying, like, we're going back to this thing
We
about
were
other
talking
builders
about
and
them
everything.
making income.
Builders that have
Oh, yeah.
no idea what they're doing, and there's a ton of them out there. They don't experience stuff like this because they just manage from like a car seat or something. If you're in construction,
Is that a phrase?
I don't know. They manage from the truck
You're
seat.
managing from your car seat.
Yeah,
You baby.
you baby.
You
It's like
baby.
if you
freaking
build
baby.
and you haven't been there, fucking come on in, dude. The water's warm. Like you're gonna eventually get fucking blown out and caught here.
Yeah.
Like come on in, but you're gonna drag the whole industry fucking down with you.
Yeah. I'm most worried for the clients and stuff because we've actually gotten a decent amount of projects. Not a decent amount, like 3 or 4 this year. Some larger than others of fixing or finishing other large projects because of like conflicts or.
Like someone will just get in over their head and they have to walk.
Yeah, it's like somebody.
That's exactly what
somebody
happened on one
goes.
of them.
You know, Danny Deck Builder goes from Danny Deck Builder to like, oh, I'm gonna, I can build a whole new construction home. It's like, can you? So you dig footings 36 inches deep on a deck. Interesting. I'm like, well, what do you know about foundations? Like, oh, nothing. Okay. All right. It's like, what do you know about electrical? Oh, nothing. Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta have it takes time. Like, you can't just.
Well, it's definitely
Unless you have a
it's
good
surprising how
network.
much shit costs. Like
Yeah.
for sure. I mean,
And mistakes cost. So you got to if
Yeah.
you're going to just hop into that market, you got to be
Yeah, for
really
sure.
good at avoiding mistakes, like surrounding yourself with, a great network. Like if I were going to say, hey, I'm an accountant today, tomorrow I want to be a new construction home builder, I would go out and find the best person, like quality person of every trade or area of that, and then make friends with them. Otherwise, you're just going to nobody's looking out for you.
yeah.
You're just going to go around and make a whole bunch of mistakes.
Honestly, I feel like when we started, we made a ton of mistakes, but we had a little bit of a competitive advantage in that we did our own acquisitions. So because we were going direct to the seller and it was off market, we had a little bit of a buffer. So whereas if we bought it on the MLS, we'd pay 100. We were maybe getting it for 80.
Yeah.
So we had that.
Need some buffer.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a buffer there. So we had our first deal, we lost $20,000. And that was, we call it tuition, that deal, right? And then after that, it was like we had a lot of deals where we made, we spent 7 months flipping a property and we made $15,000 or like $10,000.
Yeah.
Like,
But that's what I'm like.
obviously
There's so many people that reach out to us, and sometimes they're subs, and sometimes they're people I see at the gym, and they're like interested in getting into it. And I just laugh at them.
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, you're just gonna like you've already done something successful yourself, or like what do you like? Why don't you just gamble? Like why don't you just bet on the fights this weekend? Like
gamble, right?
like you're not and it's really just pennies at first, especially if you make mistakes or the margins aren't right or you miscalculate because you don't know. Like,
My advice to
it's
those
like
I one time
people
had an
is,
Excel spreadsheet that I missed.
Like if you're interested in doing that and putting your time in, like just realize you have to put your time in.
right,
I
100%.
think. Yeah.
I always tell people find a way to add value, whether it's money, if you find the deal, if you're in construction already, and then partner with a developer. Like bring something of value to someone who already is doing it and is doing it well, and then take a minority equity position in lieu of a fee so you can be involved in the deal. And when you see a deal, A to Z done, I think it's easier to go from 1 to 5 than 0 to 1, right? So if you just give up most of the fee, most of your profit for your first deal, and you use that to partner with somebody, then it's an education that's invaluable.
Yeah, but you're going into that whole thing realizing like I need to learn this process. A lot of times when I talk to people, they're looking for just the payday.
Oh yeah, you need some.
They
humility.
think you just you call a bunch of subcontractors and shit gets done. Like, all right, cool,
Yeah,
dude.
you need some humility for sure.
Now you're gonna pay.
You're
to
like
learn.
a sheepdog. Like
Right.
you're running around chasing dudes down sometimes, like texting dudes. Like I literally just texted a guy now on the podcast that I called earlier, and he's like, "Oh no, I'll call you back." And I'm like, "All right, cool." And then he didn't ever call me back, so I texted him. I was like, "All right, well, I hope I see you tomorrow." He will. Like whether it's on my job or his, like
Right.
we're gonna find a common ground as to like why our shit's not getting done.
Yeah.
And like that's if
That's
you
a
have
sub?
if you have 30 jobs
Mm-hmm.
and you have all new construction, you have one of those guys on every one of those jobs. And if
times
four
30,
of that
yeah.
times like four of those line up at the same time, or you don't have like it's you can get cut.
I think you have to, when you get in this business, you have to be honest with yourself with like what you know and what you don't.
Yeah.
You can know process, right? Process to build a home, step by step, all the order. Like that's one.
Mm-hmm.
Construction knowledge is a whole nother number, right? Like there's a lot of people that know process that knows little to none about actual construction, but they can get it done because they know where their weaknesses are, right? That's one thing that when I left the bigger firm that I was at before, I had to go back into the field and relearn construction at its core. So the first couple of houses I built, like I would work alongside, because I had nothing else to do. I had I would work along the subs and like help them with their jobs as they were working. Like foundation guy, moving rebar for them. I'm helping them tie the rebar forms in. I just went back
Like
into the
on
roots.
site actually working.
Oh, like hardcore working.
Yeah.
I had an architect, one of the professors I had at Drexel, he was I think it was architectural, like building sciences was probably the class. And this guy was probably 90 years old. The specimen of education. They just couldn't put the books down.
Yeah, he founded education.
He knew everything. Like he had pictures of him, hand forming Adobe bricks in Saudi Arabia, like before the 7 Days War. It's like, what are you doing, dude? How old are you? Like,
So you had to,
but like he would talk about how he was like, just go out and like, because these were architecture students. And he's like, well, like, he's like, no, just go to the construction sites. He's like, just walk down the street to a construction site and ask the dude what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, they'll tell you every time.
Yeah.
Because usually nobody gives a shit what they're doing.
yeah.
So
Right.
like that one random like, and there was like this, because it was just like, I think the question was prompted from like this like, petite little Asian girl in our class. And she's like, well, how do I get into like, how do I learn more about this? She's like, well, I could just go ask somebody that's building something.
You just have to
Ask
observe
them
and
what you're
so
doing.
if you can gain your knowledge to where it's like, all right, like, I can competently speak about a lot of these things now. You don't have to be the best at it, right? But you have to match the different things in your organization, especially as like owners and leaders like you guys are. You have to make sure you understand the knowledge behind it, like, or you partner with somebody that has that other key knowledge that you don't have, and then you balance each other. And that's what makes us such good partners. Probably what makes you guys good partners. I like that you guys like separated what you do now.
Yeah.
Like on a very conscious level. But
like what? Like go run it out,
No,
dude.
like on
what's separate?
I guess a
Mark?
purposeful level or whatever, an
I thought you were
intent,
gonna-
like
I
an
You're gonna
intent
hit us
level.
with like
Yeah.
a Suez Canal,
Like our roles.
like,
No, but
separate like the boat from the.
But yeah, I think people need to
Evergreen.
take time to learn all aspects of what they do on a level of knowledge to where they could do it. It may take them a really long time to do it, but you could do what everyone's doing on that particular
sure.
like project.
Do you guys remember Ty Lopez? That dude who was like, hey, I'm
Knowledge.
here in my garage. Like,
Yeah,
with
look at
his
all these cars I
Lamborghinis.
got. I
Yeah.
started just shining up cars, and then I started with $200 in the bank. I swear to God, kids, I've bankrupted myself 4 times and made it back. Just buy my book, and you can too. Don't do the bankruptcy part, but just do the money.
It's actually, like,
He's like, just
pretty
you
good.
started with cleaning cars.
Okay, so Ty Lopez, I bought his 67 steps thing. He had a bunch of programs that he was selling, right? And this was back in 2014, 15.
He was a program guy.
Yeah, oh for sure, big time coach. And he had this one. His initial like opening program was 67 steps for $67. $67, you get 67 videos. Each one's an hour long. And I
Holy
loved
shit.
it. Dude, it was a ton of value for $67. And then he had like upsells. And then I was like, oh, if you're in this business, buy this for $1,000. This business, buy this for $800. So his whole thing was you front load the value. And I actually ended up buying another program from him, and it was shit. And I spent like $1,000 on the second one.
But he got you.
He got me.
Got you.
But the 67 steps one was so awesome. One of the things that he said was that the best value add that you can have for yourself, like the number one strength that you should try to have is self-awareness. Like, it's not like being a good salesman or anything that's like tactical. It's something that is strategic, because you are assessing yourself. You're capable of throwing away your cognitive biases and assessing yourself and saying, hey, I'm good at this and I'm not good at this. And not being good at something is not a
weakness.
Yeah, right. And it's not a death sentence for that industry, but as long as you know it. So like for us, when we started in the business, we knew nothing about real estate.
You guys are very open on what you don't know, and I find that really refreshing. Right? Like you
He's
have
attracted to you.
No, when he just says, when you guys both, these fucking skinny jeans, when you guys both say like you have no idea what you're doing, it comes from an honest place, but it's not like, oh, these guys are idiots. It's like, oh, like they're very aware
we're
of where they're
figuring it
at.
out big time.
Well, it's one of those, I forget, I think it's like a Socrates quote. It's like, or maybe Einstein or something. It's like, the more you know, the more you realize you don't know. And that's what it is. It's like,
They say that there's a lot of things, like when you become an expert at one thing, it's way easy to be like not good at anything ever again.
Oh, for sure.
Because it's just like it's just like, all right, I'm learning something new. I'm learning something new. Oh, I'm learning something new.
That's what I always say my goal is I want to know everything about something and then something about everything. So like I want to know everything about one thing and then like one thing about like everything.
I'm definitely in that camp.
Yeah.
He said 2 camps. Which camp are you in?
No, that's one camp.
Yeah, it's one camp.
It's one camp. So it's like I want to know just something about everything that there is, and then I also want to know everything just about one thing.
YouTube. You can learn on YouTube,
100%.
dude.
100%.
Yeah.
That's why I do all my experiments.
I think I could sell a boat
The reason
now.
you're attracted to the fact that they're like honest about what they're doing is because there's so many people that are dishonest about what they're doing. One, and then two, if you're like transparent about that, people that have gone through those like trial by fire, whether it's like the same situation or the fact that we're entrepreneurs or business, like whatever.
Dadpreneurs.
This shared experience, like I can sit here and be like, oh, I know very much that these guys are, legit or honest or like whatever the positive qualities are. We're like those personal chefs we had on. They were very open about like their struggle and how they got to where they currently are, which is like very positive. But like once you heard their story, you're like, whatever you want to sell, I'm in right now.
Yeah.
But when
it's
you have
like if someone doesn't have that, you're skeptical.
When someone's just like, oh, I'm Ty Lopez. You could have a Lamborghini by 6 months from now. You're like, dude, like, is that rented Lamborghini?
When you've traveled the journey,
the math doesn't check.
It's easy to tell who hasn't traveled the journey,
or if you're on the journey.
Right.
If you're on the journey or traveling the journey,
that's bad.
and you see someone else, you're like, I'm on the journey. He's like, no, I
you
don't
haven't.
think you're on the journey.
You're here for a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
this is a
we've
vacation.
called a couple people
We're
out
on
for
vacation here.
for even like 75 hard, like people that were said they did 70. It's like, did you really do it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dude, I'll tell you what. I said it right when you said you were doing that. I was like, that's fucking tough to do.
It's not that hard.
Well, I go to so many events. I'm very social. I like to drink.
I'm not social at all. I have zero social life other than like kids and work.
Right.
Andrew's my
you don't
friend.
drink
That's
with
the
your
whole.
kids?
That's the whole
friend.
point of the program. Is there's like one piece of the program
That's gonna be hard for you.
Be hard for every person. Like,
Yeah.
it'd be easy for him to eat clean,
Yeah.
than you.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Yeah, I guess
he might. I could go a whole year without drinking.
Yeah.
So but I could also not go a whole year without a cheesesteak. So it's kind of like we all have our.
Yeah. The hardest
piece of it that
the
makes it
hardest
difficult.
part I have with it is putting all the pieces in the right spot on the day
Yeah.
so it doesn't fuck up the rest of the day.
It's called time management.
I've gotten to where like some nights I work it's been a long fucking day. I'm done. I'm tired and I got 2 workouts to do and you can't do them back to back. So I'm doing a workout at like 6 o'clock at night. I got to read. I got to do all this shit and I got to work out at like 11 o'clock at night. Because like he had the kids, he had a movie night.
I'm saying he's doing
You know what I mean?
but it's like, dude, he's really doing it the hard way.
Yo.
he's
Oh
not
my
even
God.
trying to.
You have to just get up early and get that first
I
workout
get up at
out.
6:30 every day, but I try to leave my house at 7:30 to go to work
Yeah,
every day.
right.
It's like, well, I'm not. 5:30 is really fucking hard for me.
I feel you.
But I'm in that ever killing cycle where I get done, walking 9, 15 to 10 at night, but then I still got to read 10 pages or 50, like wherever I stop reading 15
what
pages.
Have you been reading that you like?
I read this book Carpenter, which is all about like Jesus and all this bullshit, but it's actually like good things about a sales guy.
Jesus and all this bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that cat.
It was a good book. I reread How the Mighty Fall by Jim Collins.
More of this?
Finish it.
I reread that book because I felt like me personally in our organization, if you can't self-identify problems and you can't take ego aside, you fall. And Jim Collins has these like books like Good to Great.
Yeah. That's
How
the one that I know from
built
him.
built
Good
to
Great.
last
Yeah.
is the second one, and How the Mighty Fall is the third. And I think rereading that helped re-spark my energy and being self-aware, weaknesses in our holes, like what we need to plug and stuff.
I
And then
do
I
gotta
like
say
those
though,
people a
people
lot.
keep fucking posting pictures of the pages of the book they're reading.
I keep doing that. You
You
mad
gotta
at that?
fucking, no, just highlight the important shit.
No, I
don't get the time to read this whole fucking thing.
I
Give me
limit it
shit.
down,
You
so you're not
crop
talking
it.
about me. I
No,
crop
you
mine.
crop it,
I crop mine. And then I
Dude, but
read
Nikki the barber's always posting like a whole
whole
page,
book.
and I'm like, dude, I can't even zoom in. How am I supposed to read all this?
I know.
You gotta skip
Then
it.
and then
did.
I read
Sorry.
I read like a couple more couple business books, and then I'm on my fifth book. I read right now I'm reading a terrible fucking book. It was a book written by a Navy SEAL called Never Enough. I was like, oh, this
Wait,
book.
Who wrote that?
I forget the guy's name, but the whole
I
book,
think I know the book you're talking
the
about. I haven't
fucking
read it.
book, all the guy talks about is how good he was and how he was perfect. Even though in the book it talks about how you're not perfect and all that. And he's like, let me tell you about a situation where I wasn't perfect. But in him telling that story, he comes out as like the perfect person. He's like, if I didn't do this, or let me tell you how I like reprimanded or punished this
Yeah.
guy. I did this, I did that. And I got done with the book. I'm not done. I got like 30 pages. I'm stubborn. I'm going to fucking finish it. Probably going to finish tonight. I got a protest.
Nah, I would mail the book back.
But the whole book, and then you read his biography, and I was
Heavy
like, oh,
motherfucker.
this guy wrote this book so he could get on like the Bush and Obama's like national security team and tell everyone how good he is. He literally made himself sound like he was the #1 fucking SEAL boss ever was. Maybe he was,
dude,
but he
Mike-
comes off as an
It's still
arrogant fuck.
unbecoming.
It's
He is-
Mike Hayes.
Even if someone
dude,
is.
mail it back.
Mike
mail,
Hayes.
Mail it back.
Mike Hayes,
Which
dude,
is
this
like-
motherfucker. I
The
tell you,
post-it note just says no thanks.
Nah, not for me.
I have
Not for me.
I have Jocko's book I want to read called I think it's called Discipline
Or it's
or Undisciplined.
Dude, he's got kids books.
yeah. Dude,
They-
Oh, that's
do you
badass.
read your kids his books?
His kids books.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I heard him talk about it on a podcast. I didn't read it.
Andy Frizella also has the dude from First Form also has kids books.
nice.
I
because
know.
they're all
He's
like,
the
dude,
75 hard.
Yeah.
dude,
we
right?
gotta teach them young.
No, that's
Like,
awesome.
that's-
No,
I'm
I
like,
no, I
"Kick
seriously think people that are doing something like that, like they are giving something back to society that's important.
I read a
think that's awesome.
couple. I read one philosophy book, and then
What was that one?
I'm not gonna say it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say
You
it.
don't
The
have to.
Karma Sutra is not false.
Yeah, no. And then I got 2 more books I want to read before the 75 hard is out. I probably do like 15, 20 pages a night
Nice.
doing it.
Dude, I loved just speaking on Navy SEALs books. David Goggins' book. I forget what it's called. It was so I would literally listen to it like the audiobook
Yeah.
in the gym.
So you
Like,
can't listen on the program,
right.
but I love audiobooks.
Yeah. Honestly, I actually really don't. So that's a testament to his book that I liked it on
It's his.
audiobook.
It's him talking though. Through
Well, so
between
it's-
the things.
Yeah, right.
It's like his
right.
like.
him telling the stories.
Yeah.
But I thought that book was it was like it was so sick.
I got into Jack Carr, his fiction books.
Mhm.
When I'm like driving or like instead of listening to
the
radio,
audiobooks?
just listen to the audiobook. And it's fucking the imagery he can put in your mind is really fucking good.
What is he?
Yeah,
write
John's
about?
gonna have like a flashback about his time in Vietnam while he's driving out to it too. They're gonna be like, loses his
first.
shit.
It's
and
really
drives on-
good. It's really good.
Dude.
There's like 4
he
book
was
series.
he was like a Navy SEAL. or
He was,
something,
and
right?
he's
Yeah.
pretty respected. His books are
Yeah.
very well done. He left all the stuff in there. They redacted like a bunch of the shit out of the book, but he left the word redacted in there. So when he didn't substitute it out, like I thought that was kind of cool.
That's
But
cool. Yeah.
It's authentic.
I one
Very
time,
authentic.
yeah, I recently learned what some of those words meant.
Authentic.
Good. No, the redacted. Oh, the authentic.
It's a new one.
Dude, Mail the book back.
Yeah.
Mail it back. See what he says.
But if my wife didn't support me in the 75 hard, it wouldn't be possible. Because like
Yeah,
when I get home from work, or like before work, I'm either working out. I probably work out in the morning 2-3 days a week, and then at night.
So the 75 hard should actually have a component in there for child neglect.
For sure, because I get home, I work out, I get done with that. I have to eat before 7. So like, if dinner ain't ready, I got to eat without him.
Mm-hmm.
Get done with that. Got to go back like halfway through bedtime and start working out again. So
Does your son work out with you at all?
my daughter and my son do. If I do the afternoon walks, which is part of it, one of them will go with me, and they
Nice.
fucking hump it, dude. Like
to make sure you're okay. When you said it, like, yes, one of them will go with me.
no, yeah. they actually compete
Make
who
sure I
wants to
make it
go.
back.
My daughter can walk as fast as I can walk, crazy, and she makes it. My son
So you're
has to.
bragging about your speed.
Yeah, my speed's fucking
Yo, have you ever
great.
seen competitive fast walkers?
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
So we started this thing at 9 o'clock at
Burning
night.
these Merrills out. Look at
Like, all these, look at these fuckers, dude. They're like
There's not even
falling
any
apart.
treads on
Yeah, there's
those
not even any
anymore.
traction on these
I
bad
think I
boys.
see your sock through it.
Yeah.
Look
He
at them
walks
things.
so hard it's on top of his
Like
shoe.
these you could tell I don't walk. Uber everywhere.
Dude, he's got them on too. The prison off whites.
These?
Do you have
They're
socks on?
supposed to be white.
Do you have socks on?
Yeah, I know.
I have the no-show socks,
You're
but you would
such a
hate.
fucking-
You would
I would
hate
hate
them.
that.
Oh my
They'd
god!
fall down
Wait, do you
around
wanna
my
see this?
fucking thing.
Yo,
The
you wanna
gym
see
I,
these
dude,
things?
at the gym I go to
at
on like
these.
Saturdays, all the fuck boys get together.
Dude, you
How
fucking
much do you hate
stupid. I do
these?
hate those. Dude. Holy shit. Who are you trying to impress with
Dude,
them
like
motherfuckers?
6 of these high school kids will get together, all run a tricep machine.
They
with
ever
these white
fall-
sneaker, these same white sneakers on. I'll point them out to my wife. Be like, "Do you look at these fuck boys?" And they'll be like, "Yep, good reps." And like the one kid will still have his mask on and be like, "My mom could be watching."
Do they ever
won't be
fall
able- she won't
down
be
and you
able-
got to pull them back up?
Yeah, it happens.
That's
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
But
That is the one thing in life I would fucking kill somebody for when
No,
socks
they
fall
got-
down.
they
See,
got,
they have these rubber things here.
Yeah, they're made for that.
Yeah.
So fucking stupid.
Honestly, wait.
I hate your
tell me
socks.
tell me if I have this correct. Do you have a pair of shoes that have the toes in it? The individual toes.
I feel like
Individual
we talked about
toes?
this
No,
last
I
time.
don't have
You
toe
did? You
shoes.
did?
I
Oh.
don't have toe shoes, and the shoes you're talking about got thrown out. They just smelled so bad. My wife chucked them, but they weren't toe shoes.
He does have these like really
were- they
flat
were,
running
shoes.
Wait,
They
they're
were-
not the Vivo ones, or
No. They
You know
were they were New Balance, but they were like Vibram, like soulless or whatever.
yeah, it's like
They kind of looked like toe shoes, but they weren't. I didn't go full toe. I don't know if I could get into that.
I
Like,
feel
I
like,
think it-
I feel like you would like those.
Oh no, I definitely want to try a set. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get them with my Heelys. I'm gonna get toe.
I've
Heelys.
actually always wanted to try them. It's just
I
a little
do.
Bit,
See,
like-
that's the thing is like I want to try it, but like how do I go into a store and just be like,
Not
can
publicly.
I stick my big toe into this? You know what I'm saying? Can I just like toe fuck this shoe real quick? Maybe not gonna buy it. Cause you can't
Yeah,
put
do you
socks
get-
on.
do you have one with a bigger
You know what I'm
big
saying?
toe?
Yo, can you put a sock on to try on someone when I have a fucking sock wedgie to try on this toe shoe? It's not gonna be an authentic experience, you know?
do they sell toe socks? Do you
Dude, I
think?
don't
They
know.
have
But,
to.
but
They
that's
do.
but that's
No,
something,
they do?
But see,
Yeah.
that's something I'm
Did
not
you have
okay
the toe
with.
shoes?
No, those make me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
No,
but
Like,
people-
just the thought of it,
Gilmar
I'm
has
like,
every
I
pair of
know, I
shoes
know.
but toe shoes.
Yeah, I don't
dude.
fuck with them.
I could tell you like shoes from what you got on.
Every day
Yeah.
comes with
I
a different
don't even
pair
know
of
if I've ever
shoes.
seen these.
He's like,
sneakers before.
these are just the royal blues.
What, dude? Why'd you make him sound like he's?
I don't know.
Super snotty about it.
I wanted to say slave owner, but I backed out.
Well, you
I
said
backed
it. So.
out.
I backed up. I backed up.
No. I said I wanted
you
to.
didn't say that. So good you
It's
didn't
not
say
the
that.
same. We'll say plantation owner.
Yeah,
Plantation operator. He might not even own it.
yeah, just there.
Dude, this owning thing is just making me nervous.
Yeah, we need to get to a socialist society, more social. Dude, I actually was gonna
Yeah,
wear my
but-
shirt today. I have a
You were
shirt
gonna wear-
that says "fuck socialism." I was gonna wear it here, and then I was like,
Dude, you would have been okay.
yeah.
This is a safe space. That's why we painted the walls such a therapeutic color.
I was gonna ask. You
I
guys
like this
painted
color.
these.
Yeah, this is.
We
Dude.
painted them ourselves. It
Yeah, we
fucking took forever.
Yeah, it's a couple. I don't know. We've lost track of the name, so I'm just gonna say it's like, it's Jocko Willink navy blue.
Is it blue?
Yo, this is
It looks
charcoal.
black.
It's
yeah.
black. It's like I think it's
It's not tricorn black.
not tricorn black.
It was the shade lighter.
That's our color right now.
Okay.
If anybody's wondering, I swear to
it-
God, if they comment on Instagram one more time, they're like, "What color black is it?" It's tricorn black.
Is it actually
comment.
black?
No, it's not. We just fucking. I just have everyone always asks what paint color it is. Like I don't know.
The blue.
Alabaster.
The blue is what we get. The blues. like the dark blue or that light blue people. I was like, what color is that island? I'll be like, it's proprietary.
Are you doing the green?
It's a certain mix.
It's proprietary. I don't want to look back for it.
Are you doing the greens?
Oh yeah, we're big on green right now.
Yeah.
I like green. Did I pick that green tile for that shower?
Yeah, remember the tile story he talked about where the master tile looked like
Oh
He's
yeah,
mad about
that's
it?
a perfect example.
Oh, we're about to try green tile.
Dude,
so.
we're actually gonna do
Emerald green, hit
crazy
that.
Tiles
is in
selection.
porcelanosa. They're nice.
No,
I don't know. It's like a.
Yo, you guys
it's almost
use-
like a teal.
you
It's
guys
like a-
use Ryan Staywan?
Yeah.
realtor.
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
Ryan's awesome.
That guy, I definitely think I want to have him on the podcast.
Yo, you guys seriously should.
I don't-
He's awesome.
Dude, I don't know if we don't get along with a lot of realtors, but he seems
I know.
like
Yeah,
I
I,
know
agree.
Ryan.
I don't like real.
Ryan's
he's
I
a
a
like
good
good
Ryan. Yeah.
character.
He
He's
is.
a very good dude, and he's also a guy that I look at like we're hiring like a professional to do a listing. I don't like realtors, but
Oh, for sure.
he's someone
he's
that I'm like he
bringing-
does a good job. He does a
brings
really
some
good job.
heat to
Yeah.
his
Oh yeah.
vid-
Next
like,
level.
all that
He's got
stuff.
that
People are
froth.
probably
Oh,
people
oh,
are
boy, does
probably
he have
talking
froth.
shit on
The
him
pom-
like other
the
realtors, but
pompadour.
they're not doing business.
Exactly.
Like, so what do you?
He could have an HDD. He could be that HGTV guy.
I think his videos are hilarious.
Yeah.
He got into
Did you guys
one of
see
your
the
guys'
video that he
bathtubs,
did?
didn't
Yeah,
he?
right.
He got into one of your guys'
The
bathtubs.
full suit in the bathtub.
Yeah, we plotted that like the moment we bought the house.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
got this soaker tub. Yeah.
Ryan's wearing a suit in the tub. That's legit.
Yeah.
Do you think we get Francis to do that in one of his turtlenecks?
I like his turtleneck look.
They look nice
I
on him.
like it.
Dude, Francis,
like
I
it.
make fun of his turtlenecks, but Francis spot like anybody else wearing a turtleneck, not pulling it off. Francis,
Thank you, Andrew.
Francis. I'm not gonna do it.
Do it.
I'm not gonna
Give us something. Come on, give us something.
no.
Francis would be.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
we
see
were at a
Francis
restaurant
tomorrow.
ordering. Like, I gotta order some chicken. I mean, what is he like?
Yeah,
he's-
Francis. No, I can't do it. Right now.
Like, I'm gonna see him tomorrow at
left-
7:30
I'm
a.m.
left.
If I
I'm-
tell him,
Are you
that
working
we
out
get-
with him?
Yep, we're
I'll
working
make-
out.
Yeah.
If I tell him that we asked for the Francis voice and you didn't give it,
Yeah,
he's
dude,
gonna be so offended.
I've given it to him in front of him.
Oh,
I've
cool.
ordered
As you
food.
should.
Yeah, give it a couple minutes. I'll come back.
Okay.
I'll come back on the Francis for sure.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're me and Francis doing Fiddler tomorrow. Wait, you guys did your last thing at Fiddler Club.
Yeah, that was fun.
right?
Colin,
Yeah.
Yeah, in the Tesla.
your cousin.
Yeah, Francis's Tesla that he keeps at the
house
club.
car.
I actually just joined Fiddler. It's awesome. I love
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah.
sick.
Seems like a pretty cool place.
Dude, there's so much. Like yesterday, it was raining. And
He has an office in there too, right?
he has like a dedicated desk. Yeah.
You're saying it was raining now?
Yeah, well, yeah. Yesterday it was raining. We usually golf on Wednesdays, so I just went to Fiddler Club and me and a friend did like the golf simulator, and just like played Wolf Creek. Awesome.
Yeah,
It's
you
like so,
crushed.
it's so accurate. No, I sucked. I was really bad. But it's crazy. So and there's just so much stuff in there. So yeah, it's been cool so far.
Did you play golf with him? I feel like he didn't
Yesterday,
play.
no.
I feel like he
His
worked.
girlfriend
He
made him
played.
get a haircut.
I got my hair cut just so I could put my hat back on.
I do that too. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like haircut looks better like 2 days later, not the same
There
day.
You
go.
guys get a haircut to put a hat on?
Well,
I just like to wear the hat.
Yeah.
It's just it's easier.
How often
Yeah.
do you get your hair cut though?
Me. I try to do it every 2 weeks. Sometimes it's every
Damn.
2 weeks.
Once
Yeah.
a month or
I'm like
That.
5-6 weeks.
Sometimes
You look like
it's-
you haven't had a haircut, but I think you have.
Mm-mm.
No.
No, I've got one scheduled for the 6th of May.
Wow, nice. I don't know. My hair doesn't grow like y'all's. That's why my hair grows out. It's annoying,
Dude, I'm puffy as hell. Look at this.
but it looks good. Like your hair stays down. Like all of you guys, your hair grows.
Oh,
a
you
certain
think
way.
he looks good?
Yeah, he's a good looking guy.
All right.
This is puffy hair. I'm trying to get a haircut tomorrow, hopefully. This is about as long as it gets.
Oh.
Mm.
Well, it just stops growing? Like,
No, I get a haircut.
okay.
Yeah.
just
No, it's just about as long as it gets. What's up?
As
here?
long
You
as
gonna
I
tell-
let it get.
Yeah, we're going to want to go an hour 4 about your hair.
Does
We don't
Francis
need
get his
to do
hair
that.
cut a lot? He must.
I'm going to go with probably.
Don't
Every-
say you're just
Every
bringing
week and a half.
Francis.
I'm
You're
not
bringing
like.
Francis back in the hopes that I just like dropped a magabot.
Tell you what,
He's
it's
gonna
a
come-
defining
because like
factor.
I didn't have proper time to warm up the Magubot because like you just got to talk about like your like how you put together $1 million deals and stuff like that with your own money.
It's like deep in the throat.
Yeah,
You know, he's like,
I'm Francis. No, I can't do it because I put a country accent on
Oh my
there.
God, that was like Francis from Alabama.
Yo, this Francis from Alabama.
Hey, Francis moved to Alabama.
I usually
What
can
is,
hit the
what is
Francis
this?
accent. We can-
Captain Alabama.
Yeah, what is Captain Alabama?
Oh fuck! I have to show you guys the video, but I saw it on Twitter. It's this dude.
Pull it up on the thing.
If it was connected to the I would, but
Oh yeah, dude. We don't.
That's a
Come
long
on, guys.
HDMI cord. That thing's expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not in the budget.
That's going to be in the budget when you guys produce our outfit.
yeah, hell yeah.
Oh my god, this guy is legendary.
It's like that boy practicing.
Oh God.
Oh shit. They're pre-chopped. All those logs are already pre-chopped.
Yeah.
He just threw the shield at it. Oh.
Dude, that's legit. Dude, I think we should wrap this up before Andrew drinks us out of. Drinks our entire bar out. I could see you doing that.
Oh, dude, I'm laughing because I have done this. This might be me.
I think I already know what the video is.
What's a
I-
dude
I
in it?
also- got
The
me.
dude in a circle just with a Captain America
I
shield, just like
respect that.
yeah,
Honestly, I respect that.
doing karate alone by yourself.
That shield is hilarious because it's like a medieval.
Yeah, it looks like he made that himself.
Whatever, don't hate.
Yeah, no, I'm not hating. That guy's a national treasure.
Yeah, you don't know what nation he's from though. He could be Canadian.
Yeah, I want to read his book.
That man is from Alabama.
Are you sure about that? Yeah, it says Nash 4T Graham.
Nash.
There's the Alabama Pines. All right, dudes, let's wrap it up. What do you? We got Andrew, Tyler, Axe Philly. If you're still with us,
Thanks for joining.
Godspeed.
yeah, I hope you had enough water and rations to make it through this whole episode. Yeah. So
8 o'clock.
Yeah, what the fuck?
yeah, so subscribe to the youtube.com/Audex Revival, and subscribe to the podcast, No Prisoners Podcast. Andrew, John, Tyler, second Andrew, and of course Gilmar.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, maybe next time we'll have the office up and running.
Yeah, maybe
We'll
we'll
come
do
there.
that.
Yeah,
do
I'm gonna hit you guys up about that. About
We'll do that.
potentially
Yeah, we're trying to do
producing,
that.
You know, and like
Trying to do that
That's
for
like
sure.
a side business you want to do.
It's like a
We'll just help you out.
yeah.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
I like it.
Talk off air.